Blazin' Hit Radio.
Now with more us.
They're just really funny.
Better music,
Less commercials.
more Larry and Kathie.
Happy Friday.
Friday. Like,
I'm dying,
this
so
is
I'm
like-
ready to go home.
Poor Wiggins.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're awesome for coming in, dude. Thank you.
you.
Well, Kathie's been sick too, and I didn't know that.
I'm always sick, dude.
Oh, it
I know.
sucks.
You know, I live with the sickness.
Right. She's,
Up in my head.
she's mentally sick.
Exactly. And in my body.
It's Star Wars Friday, too.
Da-da-da! What time is your show? When are you going?
Chris is going to come pick me up here at 10:30.
Oh, so you are. It's today.
Yeah, it's today.
The tickets are
Reserved.
hours away. Are you going to
Yeah.
Alamo? Where are you going? Just some theater.
Downtown. Pavilions.
Oh, God.
And the thing is, you know, I just know I'm going to be hot in the Darth Vader costume. But if I don't, rock a costume, why am I there?
Right. Now, how are you going to watch it?
I took out the little screen in the mouth so I can get my popcorn and soda in. I'm all quit hogging all the popcorn.
Are you going to try to grab the popcorn with your gloves?
Right.
With your black gloves on? Because those
Exactly. And then I'm going to put Milk Duds in my popcorn and it's going to get real messy. The force is strong with this salted treat.
Again, how are you going to see through the black Darth?
How am I going to see 3PO?
It's Darth Vader.
I'm not going to wear a costume.
I know, I'm kidding.
But no, super excited.
Hilarious, though, in theory.
Yeah. No, I'm assuming there'll be some people that are dressed up for
Yeah,
sure.
right. But not with big helmets on.
I don't know. You never know. There could be a Jar Jar Binks right in front of me.
Well, then hurt him.
Right. I won't be able to see. I was like, in the way.
You used to move out. Oh, God. Happy Friday, everybody, on the text line.
Exactly. And then, we're doing the Chris' birthday thing, too, later. So that's kind of
At
cool.
4 o'clock, you know what we're going to do?
We're gonna bowl tonight. We're gonna bowl tonight. We're gonna rock, we're gonna roll, we're gonna pop, we're gonna bowl.
We're going to ball
Tonight.
You know somebody sent us a message on the text line like last week when we were singing it?
Right, didn't they send a picture or
Yes,
something?
and they were like, I hate you. I've been singing that stupid song all day.
It could be worse. You could be singing, I want a cool rider, a cool rider.
No.
I want a cool
See, I never got that song stuck in my head.
A cool rider. I have all those songs stuck in my head because that was one of the shows that always came up on HBO.
Always. It was like one of the only shows. It was like,
they must have got that for free.
Yeah, exactly.
They're like, buy Grease, the rights to Grease, and get Grease too whenever you want to play it.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
But the main guy that was in that movie that was like the Australian guy.
Oh, he was cute. Right.
Yeah.
He
Whatever
went on to
happened
have
him?
a successful career, didn't he, for a
Yeah,
minute?
I think so.
And then Michelle Pfeiffer.
Oh, yeah.
Of course. Right?
Well, and that's when we were like, oh, you sing.
Yeah, right? Totally.
But then she was in the musical Hairspray movie and she could sing.
Yeah. Well, yeah, she was in the musical with Christopher Walken.
Was
He's sick. He can't be here
Oh,
today.
no.
You know what's funny is
What?
Christopher Walken was dating John Travolta in the movie as a woman.
Yes.
So those are his two voices, John
Hey!
Travolta and Christopher Walken.
Oh, my God, you
can do a scene from Hairspray.
Oh, my God.
Oh my God, I'm gonna look up some dialogue.
Please do.
Oh,
when
my
he
God.
feels better next week.
I know, but
Right.
John Travolta in that movie talks like this, trying to sound like a lady.
Yeah,
Remember?
I don't understand why no one said this isn't working,
You're
John.
an ugly lady.
Yeah, like the voice, everything.
Right, and to the point where Michelle Pfeiffer almost didn't do it because she didn't believe in it. She was like, I'm not buying this.
Well,
Seriously?
And they,
she
yeah,
shouldn't have.
And they talked to her, come on, it's going to work.
Please do it.
Right.
Right.
And, yeah, I
We
don't
need
know.
your star power.
Right, and I think it's funny that, like, John was probably at the time a few pounds over, so he's like, well, this should hide it.
Exactly.
I'll be an even fatter lady.
Right. Go bigger.
Right. And he's all, and I'm going to have a ton of hair?
Right. All right.
Done.
I get to wear makeup and carry
Right.
this little purse around. Done. Yeah.
That
right.
actually isn't a bad movie. And
What?
That movie isn't that bad.
no.
I mean, it
It
has
was horrible.
No, it isn't. It has,
Musicals suck in general.
okay, said the straight man. But no. Zac Efron's in it.
Yeah.
That one girl that lost her mind. That's funny.
Oh, yeah, right.
Little
And
cutie.
Amanda Bynes.
Yes. Yeah. Amanda Bynes.
Right.
She was in it.
She was.
One of the girls from Pitch Perfect was the blonde chick.
Oh,
Michelle
yeah.
Pfeiffer's daughter.
You forget about all that.
Yeah. No. It was great.
Right.
And then there was like the. Queen Latifah was in it. I like
yeah.
that movie.
Okay. Now, again, don't get crazy with
I know, but I
great-
mean, if you see the original Hairspray, it's so kind of filmed in a weird way that you're like, okay, I like the other one better because the one with Ricky Lake in it.
You're right.
It's really old school. I don't know. It just seemed more campy, like a B movie.
Because it is campy, Larry.
But I mean, that drag queen that was in that was definitely a man. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
She was like, "Yas, queen."
It's a man, baby.
Speaking of Drag Race, All Stars is coming up on VH1. Very
really?
exciting. Where they grab a handful of chicks from past episodes.
You like that?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, then you already know who it is. Although they pick some really ugly queens. There's one queen called Aja, I think her name is.
Right.
And you look at her and you're like, "Ugh!" Like, you make Tiny pretty.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
And that's without the drag?
No, that's with the drag, without it, half drag,
well, then
anything.
why are you in this business?
Exactly. I didn't get it.
Right. The only one that could pull off ugly drag is that Bianca
Del Rio.
Right, and that's her shtick.
Right, exactly.
Right. All of you other ones, I need makeup. I need glam.
Kathie needs fish realness.
Exactly. Like everything that was walking
queen.
around at the Lady Gaga concert.
Right, exactly.
I need that.
Yas.
It was funny because you had the queens, you had the drag queens that totally, you could tell they're the performers at tracks.
Right.
Okay. And
because they're professional.
Right. You had those on the floor. And then you would have the gay guys who made their Lady Gaga costume.
Right. Like, I'm going for it.
Right. Who didn't do the makeup, but they did the costume.
Then
so
you have
like her weird red, that one red costume with the mask that's half on her face.
It's like lace over her face.
Right, and it's a high
and it goes pointy.
head. Right. Like that was made, but yet as the person's trying, they didn't obviously think about all the stairs at the Pepsi Center.
Oh my God, right.
Because as they were trying to bend going up the stairs, the costume kept riding up and then it was all crinkly. It just ruined it.
Right. You
all
have to have like a dress rehearsal.
Yeah, you do.
And there's a bunch of probably guys there that are like those men that were like, "Ooh, I can be kind of dressed ladylike in public tonight."
Definitely.
That like
you
the
had
Bruce
that
Jenners.
Right, you had
who
that.
were like, it was so crazy that
and then you had ladies' night.
Right.
Right.
It was crazy that Bruce Jenner used to go to conferences as Bruce, and he'd go to his hotel.
And since it was a different town.
Right, he would go into his hotel, dress as a lady, and then walk around the hotel as a lady.
That's crazy.
That is crazy, but that tells you how much he longed to be that.
Right, that was
you know
what
I mean?
yeah, exactly.
Right. That's a little different than a drag queen, but still, yas, queen.
Yes.
Come through.
Oh, Marissa just sent us a gif of all those pancakes covered in syrup. Good morning.
By the way, thank you, Kathie.
She says, feel better, Wig.
Kathie scratched our itch yesterday. We had a meeting here, and you finally brought a Village Inn pie.
I did. I brought the chocolate French silk pie from...
Sounded really dirty for a second.
Oh, it was.
Oh, I was scratching.
Right. It was super dirty.
I scratched the scab off. I was scratching so bad.
I had chocolate all over my mouth. No, that pie is brilliant.
Yes, that was the pie that
there's still some up there.
Yeah, right. Had given us. Get your Village Inn pies now.
Yeah, and that's not even an endorsement.
No, it's
Although
not.
we've mentioned them enough times, we should charge them for at least 3 pies. But you know what it is? It's I could honestly take out half of the chocolate because I'm more about the crust.
Yeah, yesterday, Bolte and I, producer Bolte and I, were looking at you, and you said that, and we were like, who
Would
can just
say
eat
that.
the crust? Like, the French silk pie is about the innards.
Yeah,
I mean,
but-
most pie is about the innards.
I like those tarts that are like real flat and they're like they have fruit in them and custard because it's mostly crust.
Yeah, I eat out the innards.
Right.
So Larry
That's what I was saying. Let me have your
sounds dirty,
crust.
too.
All right,
Let me
Jack.
have your crust. I'll eat your crust.
You're gay, sir.
Yeah, and I don't have crust.
No, I don't.
Everybody does.
I've been to the doctor.
Oh, yes, let me eat your chocolate crust.
The crusty layer is no longer there.
I feel so guilty because I was about to eat it. I saw it this morning in the fridge, and I was like, I can't eat pie 2 days in a row.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Okay.
It's
my
Friday.
But we should wait at least 10 minutes.
Oh, for sure.
At least till 7 a.m.
Yeah,
No.
for sure. It's like an alcoholic that gets up and starts drinking too
Right.
soon. You're
Do I
like,
have
you
a
got a problem.
problem?
Right.
That is the one thing about our job. If we start drinking, I've done that before. I left here, and then I went to go get a drink at Old Chicago, and it's 11.
Right.
And
Right.
so people just look at you because you're like, oh, I'm going to take another one. Oh, I'll have another one.
right.
And they're looking at you like you're some kind of alcoholic because you're drinking in the morning. You go, listen, bitch, I've been up since 4 a.m. This is
Exactly.
the end of my day. I'm a little stressed out, okay?
But everybody else at the bar is a total lush.
yeah.
Everybody
Right,
at you. You're
right,
like, hey, what's
exactly.
going
Yeah,
on?
I'm all drinking. That guy's got a problem.
Right, exactly. You're judging all that. I'm
Yeah.
going to just go home and go to bed.
I like a good day drink.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you get it out of the way. Like on a Friday, you're like, oh, I already got drunk. I guess I
Right.
can just hang out tonight.
I was going to say, that's the problem with the day drink, because all of a sudden,
You're partying.
It's like me, a month ago before Alamo Draft House, that happy hour.
Oh, right.
I was like, I had the day drink.
Right, and that would have been perfect if you would have just went home,
Right.
and just relaxed or whatever.
Totally.
But you had an appearance,
And then
that
all of a sudden, I'm
involved
like, wait a minute, it's 5 o'clock.
Kathie paid like a lot to Uber that day.
I did. It was a good thing, that there was carpooling going on.
Right.
Right. And there was a big cheeseburger to help me sober up.
Oh my God, so delicious. So I'll let everybody know on Monday everything that happened in Star Wars. I will let you know every single thing that happened from beginning to end.
I do wonder
I'll
about
tell you
that.
who dies, who doesn't.
Do you think people would purposefully like spoil that on Facebook, like just to be an ass? Because I'm scared to get on social and
Ooh, I hear
for
you.
sure.
Anything.
You got to definitely like scroll like with caution.
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know. Because I think a lot of us fans already have an idea of some of the things that are going to happen regarding like certain characters.
Right. Oh, Princess Leia.
Hey, don't say it out loud.
See, Larry? Gosh, man.
What?
You
I just saw the
jerk.
shirt.
Oh my God,
she just showed me the
Larry.
shirt. I was
I know, just because I showed you the shirt doesn't
But
mean
then you
need
point,
to-
you even went like
I
this.
know, but don't.
And I was like, oh, that's cool.
This
I'm
is
wearing
radio. No one can see
I'm wearing
her
a Princess
shirt.
Leia shirt, but I thought
That's
it was
dope.
for Larry to go. Oh yeah, who knows what's gonna happen to Princess Leia?
I don't know what's
bitch.
going to happen.
but
It's-
she's one of the ones you
I
were.
know.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Well, I mean,
but it looks
she's-
like she could just die of natural causes.
She's not alive anymore, so
right.
you
So
kind
they
of
got it right. So that's why I'm saying I think we all know how that's gonna end.
Or it's gonna be like CGI for the next 3 movies.
She
No,
goes
no.
and lives with the Ewoks forever, and it's a happy ending.
Um,
Okay, I did a happy story ending.
I know. Oh, yes. Hen's dead. There's no happy ending for
A happy
her.
ending with the pie crust.
Right.
Oh, yes. She's like, I'm going to use that R2 unit for one more time.
Just one more. Come here, R2.
21st Century Fox, Disney bought them and all their movie rights, and so there's a lot of people, nerds, excited because the crossover between X-Men and Avengers is now a possibility.
Oh yeah.
So now, even though it's not in the comics, but it could happen.
So wait, the crossover between...
Well, you could have Avengers people in X-Men movies or X-Men in Avengers
the way it
movies,
should be.
and vice versa. So they originally were 2 different kind of franchises.
okay.
Now they're gonna be one. So that's
Well,
what
that's
a lot
gonna
of
be
people are
weird.
excited. I don't know. It could be pretty cool.
It's gonna be cool, Larry.
So, and then I
And
guess
somebody's
like,
gonna be making a hell of a lot of money.
I'm just
$52 billion is what they bought Disney. paid.
$52 billion?
Yeah.
I'm dying to know what happens to Universal and all their Disney-owned rides and stuff. You know, I mean, Disney-themed rides, because they own Spider-Man, but Spider-Man's at Universal.
Right.
They own the Hulk roller coasters at Universal.
Universal.
They own
Dr. Doom.
Right, all the
Right.
X-Men
Yeah, but
rides.
those were kind of lame. It wasn't
No, they
lame.
were
The
so
rides
cool
were
with
lame.
comic book heads.
When I would see the characters come out,
Oh,
they'd be
right.
like, they'd be like, oh, here comes Cyclops. All that. I was like, that doesn't even look like Cyclops. What's going on there?
Rogue,
Like,
yeah.
They went old school with the look, but I mean, they showed up on ATVs. It's kind of exciting when they show up. I like it. Because
We
you're
were
like,
there for it. We took pictures with them.
I'm all,
Yeah.
Cyclops has a bulge.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
what you noticed.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they're wearing superhero outfits. I'm not going to not look.
I'm not gonna look.
It's
Yeah.
my day.
I also think though that area of Universal Studios of the park is really cool at night
Oh, no, for
with
sure.
all
Yeah,
the
I
neon
agree.
that lights up and stuff.
For
It's
sure.
like it does make you feel like you're in the comic book.
By the way, Spider-Man didn't have a bulge. I was almost convinced it was a lady. I was like, that's got to
What's
be a
happening
chick.
there?
There's nothing
What is that?
there.
You're right.
It's an innie.
It's the costume.
I guess.
Right, Rogue had a bigger bulge than Spider-Man.
Rogue's kind of beefy.
Oh my gosh.
On the text line, I saw Star Wars 3D IMAX last night with my best friend for his birthday, and it was amazing.
Wait, it's 3D?
You
Yeah,
can see
IMAX.
it in IMAX
Oh, I
3D.
didn't know that.
Are you going to? You're not going to see it there.
No, we're downtown. But
Right.
I don't know if ours was 3D or not. But I'm like freaking out. Like the more people say stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, let's do the show. Keep talking. Let's move.
You're right. I haven't heard any bad reviews about it.
Right.
Like Chris, the way he spoke about it.
Parenti.
Yes, he gave it 5 out of 5 lightsabers, and he doesn't give 5 out of 5 anything for reviews.
Right.
Is he a huge Star Wars nerd?
No, but he likes
no.
to rub lightsabers
Yeah,
with
he
other
does.
Jedis.
Right. He never likes to fight with me. I always try to lightsaber battle him, and it's over real quick.
Nobody wants to lightsaber a girl.
Right, obviously.
Yeah, yeah.
But he said that it was great. As in, it gives you the nostalgia feeling that the
All
last
of them
one
do.
did.
Right,
The Force
for
Awakens
sure.
gave you.
You can tell that whole look.
Yes,
and
right.
And
And
that
he
new
said-
little robot that looks like a Roomba
Uh-huh.
on top of a a ball.
Right.
It's like BB-8, but he's like
Oh, I've
flat.
seen. Yeah, right.
Yeah, he's black.
I've seen him. Yeah, and then he said,
Kathie's like, it's about time to have a black droid.
"Isn't it?
Right.
Isn't it?" I mean, I was excited for a
Darrell.
black stormtrooper.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But he said that also. The new characters take the storyline in another direction where you're like, yeah, this could go on forever.
Oh, cool. And they're like, and that's what we're planning on making these movies forever.
Like, we're going to be ancient sitting in a nursing home somewhere.
And they'll be like, Star Wars 12 in theaters.
Probably
fine.
Star Wars 30 at that point.
Right.
The astronauts on the space station get to watch Star Wars in space. Did you hear that?
No way.
They're I don't know if they can't send a copy up there, so I'm sure they're just going to stream it from wherever they're at, but they get to watch it up there. That'd be so
creepy.
Yeah.
That'd be cool though. I mean, because you'd be able to go pause the movie, you have to go pee, you float back.
Oh no, but I'm just thinking it would be creepy to be like, there you are, literally in space. Looking at darkness,
and then you
wondering
see a TIE
what's
fighter
out
go
there.
by.
I wonder if they're critical of that.
What the?
Because there
That's
isn't,
pretty good, huh?
there
Right,
isn't
I've
supposed
been up
to be,
here way too long. I think I just saw a TIE fighter go
what
by.
was that? There isn't supposed to be sound in space, so I wonder if like an astronaut is critical of those movies, or if they're just like, whatever. Because you know how you can be
there's
critical.
not supposed to be sound in space, but I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure when you're in the space station, you could still hear. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What do you mean there's not supposed to be
No,
sound?
when you're out
When
in
you're in
space,
space, there's no
like
sound.
if there's not supposed to be any sound. So like I don't know,
Like sound vibrates off of things, right?
Right.
So because it's
there's
space and
nothing
there's
to-
nothing to bounce off of, it's just quiet. So even if you're out there's no sound. So when you hear something explode in movies and that, if it was happening in real life, it would just be nothing. You wouldn't hear anything. Yeah.
Okay, so like the astronaut's out there and he's outside and he's working on something and he drops the wrench and clink. There's no clink.
no sound at all.
Get out.
Yeah.
See, yeah, I don't know.
How did I miss that part in school?
Well, they also say that, like, in every sci-fi movie, the ships are all.
Yeah.
You wouldn't hear that,
Wow.
right?
But you'd hear it inside the
No.
object.
Well, yeah, if you drop it
because there's
inside,
something to bounce off of.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. So
Crazy.
science is nuts.
I'm going to teach you the TIE fighter. Ready? Go.
Yeah, I can.
Go
Okay, you
for it,
ready?
Kathy.
That's
pretty good. That
Okay,
sounded
you know
like the
what?
Vader one.
Mine was like a TIE fighter from literally the first movie.
Oh, yes. Hers
Not the
was
revamped one.
Like I'm heading off to the junkyard.
Oh, yes. Now you sound like a tauntaun.
Right.
It's like
Sound
my
like me.
tauntaun's dying. I'll see you in hell.
Hey, do you try it, Wig? You have a raspy voice,
Oh,
anyways.
yeah. Oh God,
Do
it's
it,
gonna
try
kill.
it.
Hold on. It hurts too much.
This is an Ewok.
Screaming in a TIE fighter for help.
All right.
He's unstuck
Never-
in this TIE fighter.
This TIE fighter sucks. So is my voice.
My
All right.
husband hasn't watched any Star Wars movies. I don't know
Ever?
how. I
I know.
think he's touched here and there, and I don't get that. I mean, how do you live?
Yeah.
Sometimes people wait too long and they never come in the fold. It was like me with Game of Thrones. Like I waited too long and now I'm on the outside looking
No, you
in.
can still
But
watch
the
Game
two
of
new
Thrones.
Star Wars movies, Force Awakens, this one, even Rogue One, they were so good at bringing back the
That feeling that he doesn't have because he doesn't know that.
So he could. Anyone can start now.
The problem is you have to start with the very first movies,
I
and
don't
then you
think you
could
do.
also, if you're going to go in the right order,
Well, yeah.
you have to start with George Lucas's dumb ones, those last three that he did.
Oh, I don't want. No, don't even waste your time on 1,
I
2,
know,
and
but
3.
no,
4,
no,
5,
yeah,
and
exactly,
6. Exactly.
where they started getting good.
Totally. Yeah. Okay.
Blazin' Hit Radio.
I love that morning show.
Now with more us.
They wake me up.
Better music, less commercials, more Larry and Kathie.
In the morning, in the shower.
Oh yeah, in the shower, we
Yeah.
can see you naked.
Yep. See that pie crust. How's the pie? Did you guys enjoy that? You didn't even get a pie.
We didn't eat it yet.
All
We're
right.
too busy laughing and talking.
303-728-3420. You can call us or text us all from within the app. This text comes in. Wig. LOL. Wig sounds like a dying Chewbacca.
Yeah, you did.
That killed my throat, so no
sorry.
more of that. But so we got this call, or it's not a call, it's a shout out. So the other feature in the app is the ability to send a shout outs, and you can literally remove the mic as the mic breaks. So you can send us a shout out, and it comes straight to us, and we get it. And this one came in this morning.
Hi, it's Kendall B. No, I'm just kidding, guys. Vince all the way in Tain, Scotland.
Yeah.
Just wanted to let you guys know that we appreciate you guys being back. and thank you for getting me through my work day. Keep up the good work, and Blazin' Hit Radio. Love you over here across the pond. Peace.
That's
Cool.
awesome.
Although I wish he would have had the Scotland
He
accent.
kind of had it real light. Like
Yeah.
you could tell maybe he.
Okay, didn't you ever think maybe he was here
Stationed?
from Denver?
Yeah.
Stationed
Oh
down
no, I
there.
want to believe that he's wearing a kilt and there's nothing underneath it. And
Yeah.
he's having blood sausage for breakfast.
Ew.
Yeah, is that what they eat?
Yes, it's disgusting.
Well, I don't even think it's breakfast over there right now, isn't it? Like lunch.
Who the hell
lunchtime?
knows?
Some people have breakfast for dinner.
Oh,
Okay,
All right.
Yeah. Some people have dinner for breakfast.
that's what I meant.
Yeah.
And I like dinner for breakfast.
Although I do
mean,
like breakfast for dinner, too. Right.
No, that is
we like
good.
to switch things up.
Exactly. Do you ever make the eggs in a hole?
Hey, now. Hey.
Okay, you stick the egg
Only
in your
on
hole.
my husband's birthday.
Right, and then you just sit on it until a chick pops out.
Yeah.
No.
That's how Avery and G got here.
Exactly. Chicks in a hole.
You take your piece of bread, okay, and then you get a shot glass.
Uh-huh.
And then you go in the center of the bread and you cut a little hole with the shot glass.
Uh-huh.
And then you take that little piece of bread out.
Okay. Oh,
And
I've
then you-
seen this.
right, then you
put
put
the
the-
egg in that little
Right.
hole in the bread.
Right. So you put the oil in the pan and then you throw the bread in there.
Yeah.
Crack the egg and put it in the hole.
Right.
And then fry it. You know, eventually turn it. So it turns into a piece of toast.
You've done
with
that?
an egg in it. Oh, yeah, I do it all the time.
Oh.
When we
All the
ate
time.
eggs. But now Chris is back to eggs. He's a pescatarian. Oh my God, it's so annoying. He wants me to cave every day. He's like, you should have a bite of this. He's
Well,
like, you should
yeah.
have real cheese.
Probably because all he hears you is talk about that
I
all
don't
the time.
talk about it all day, but he just doesn't respect my choice of not being pescatarian. So
Well,
he,
no, because I think it's one of those. It's any couple when one gets healthy or is sticking to a regimen and the other one falls off.
Right.
Regardless of whether it's working out, we're not
Right.
drinking anymore, whatever it is. When the one falls off,
then the other's like,
they're gonna try to push the other one to be like, remember the good old days where we had a big old omelet? Look at that, all that in
That's
it.
exactly-
You can have one left with vegetables. And,
Right.
nothing better than cheese.
well, he's not eating meat or chicken, but he is eating fish and
Okay,
eggs.
chicken is meat. Meat
no,
or
no, he's
chicken?
not eating chicken.
Right,
he's not
right,
eating,
I know.
Oh, I know, but he's not eating red meat either.
He's not eating meat or fish.
Right, he's not.
Okay.
But he's eating fish,
Oh, he is.
fish, cheese, and eggs.
See, I don't have that, but my wife is like, she doesn't eat fast food, and so like I
doesn't?
No,
That's why she's
and-
so hot.
No lie.
And so she's just like grossed out by it. And so for me, I'm like, it's 11 o'clock. I'm hungry. Haven't eaten
Yeah.
in 8 hours. So I'm
You're going to
I'm
get
gonna
fast
go get
food.
food.
Right.
And so,
and you're
Yeah.
still a dude with your stupid
You want
dude
your
metabolism.
Carl's Jr. and
yeah.
all your
And
like
she's
fries.
just like, she doesn't get mad, but she's like, really? That's what you're going to eat? And she's like, get healthy, you know? And I'm all like, blah, 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 blah.
and then she's like, you wonder why you tear up the bathroom.
Yeah.
Right, that's true. Does she always eat healthy, or does she have one thing where
It's
you're
not that
like,
she eats healthy. She just doesn't eat that bad stuff. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
okay.
Like, so she would rather not eat than go to a McDonald's or a KFC or something like
not
that.
So
even
she
for
mostly-
like some
well, no-
fries? Not,
right.
not even
Maybe
like
Chipotle or something like that,
Okay.
but she's not about to like dig into a burger from McDonald's. You know?
okay, yeah.
Does she cook? I mean, does she like to make her own food at home?
Yeah, she's really started to do that now. Like, we had a pressure cooker, and so there was and it was brand new. It was the first time we used it. And there's like an inside, like a crock pot that you're supposed to put inside the pressure cooker, and she didn't put that in there. So
Oh,
she was
no.
trying to make some soup, and so she just dumped this whole like recipe inside of there, and it just poured out of the bottom of the
Damn.
pressure cooker and just went everywhere.
That sucks.
But she
That
does.
does suck.
She does cook, and so she's been making these soups and recipes. Like, I think because they're all online now, it makes you more prone to, oh, that's a good idea. Let me make that
Right,
recipe.
the
Yeah, if you have
tasty
the
videos.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Somebody's saying, Larry, your egg thing is called a one-eyed jack.
Oh, is that what it's called? I
Yeah.
thought it was just called an egg hole.
You know? Larry's going to show you how to make an egg hole.
Yeah, I'd prefer
No.
that you just, I'm going to eat a one-eyed jack for breakfast.
It's also called, I've heard it called egg in a nest or something like that.
Oh, I could see
Egg
that.
in a nest or
Right.
something like that. Yeah. My mom, we had a pressure cooker, and so when you're, Hispanic and you come home, you always hear the because you'd make beans in it.
Okay.
And so it's like it's a
Is
really
that the steam?
yeah, like there's this little thing that sits at the top of it.
Okay.
So when it starts really cooking, it goes. It's like a release valve.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So I mean, I'm very familiar with the the
Pressure cooker.
pressure
Yeah.
cooker, and now they make a what do you call it? where you cook something in it all day. Crock-pot.
Crock-pot.
They make crock-pot / pressure cooker now.
Okay.
So when you do your dinner, let's say you didn't have all day to put, and you forgot to put your whole dinner in there.
Right.
Now you can do it in like an hour.
Okay, thank you for bringing that up because that's one of the things that Mr. Efficient, if y'all didn't know, he loves Black Friday. So he went and got one of those on a I do.
A different one.
He went and got that crock-pot pressure cooker thing,
which looks
that
so
was
dope.
on a great deal for Black Friday, right?
Right.
And so to me, who I can't cook, I've just now been working my way up to, I'm going to leave it in a crock pot and it's going to sit for 8 hours and that's perfect.
Right.
Come home and scoop it out into a bowl and we're good to go. So when he brought this home, I was like, 45 minutes? I can't get something done in 45 minutes. I need 8 hours.
Right.
So
right. Exactly. Now the pressure's on.
I don't know.
He's like, you don't have any excuse not to make
I
dinner.
don't know
They
how
call
to
it the
adjust.
pressure cooker.
Right. So I was reading like through the book and it's confused me because I can't comprehend stuff that should go in a crock pot for 8 hours getting done in 45 minutes.
Right. It's just it speeds up the
funny,
process.
Right. So it held me back and I haven't used it since he bought it.
But it's going to be good.
But you know, maybe I'll read it again this weekend and be like, Kathie, go and get these recipe items and just see if you can do this.
Right, you can, and it will be just way quicker. It just removes the whole 8 hours and does it in like 2 or whatever.
Which is definitely what I want. I need stuff that's
You know what you
fast.
need, Kathie, is
What
the
do I
air
need?
fryer.
What's that?
That's what I want.
The air fryer is amazing.
What is
I think
it?
it
You
uses,
have one?
It uses no, my in-laws do.
It uses heat, hot air.
Yeah, it uses hot air instead of grease or oil.
Okay.
And I think maybe you do use a teaspoon or tablespoon of oil, even if you do.
So you can put like
onion
chopped
rings
up
and french
potatoes,
Right.
Oh.
and then
chicken, all that stuff, and it cooks it within minutes. But
And
it's
it
a
makes it crispy.
healthier version
What?
versus deep frying it. Yeah, your daughters
You
will
are
love
blowing my mind right
Yeah.
now. I don't understand that. Let's just start with the pressure cooker.
No, I think that'll be better.
People
So
are all
crock-
about that because it's like you can make stuff that you would have never made in a million years. Because I don't have a fryer, I don't have a big oil thing.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't
and
either.
I wouldn't want to because after you use it, let's say you fry your chicken in the
It's filled
What do
with
you do
oil.
with that oil?
Right.
And it's just on the outside. It's gross.
Right.
But this is just all air.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. I want one of those too.
Well, this is another food segment.
I
with,
know.
No,
hey,
it's a
but we have
cooking
a little healthy
segment.
in it. It's a
Right.
cooking
It's
a little
segment.
health
Right.
to it.
Right. I'm
So-
going to go online and see if there's a good pressure cooker.
No,
'Cause the ones that
your
came
husband
with-
already just probably did. He heard this. Oh, we need one of those.
Yeah, he's already found a
the
good
air
deal on the
fryer.
air fryer.
You
yeah.
know what? Don't waste it on us, honey. Give it to Larry's house.
Yeah.
I got your air fryer.
Excuse you.
So yesterday was the deadline for the Christmas wishes.
Yes.
But we've also have the GoFundMe, which is still going. All the proceeds that are donated, thank you everyone who's donated so far, will go towards the Christmas wish.
Yes.
So we thank you for that. But we're going to grant another Christmas wish here in a few minutes, and then we'll be back right after that.
And now,
Invasive, violating, and just disgusting.
it's Celebrity Trash and Bash.
With Larry, Kathie, and Wiggins.
Sponsored by the Mike Sawyer Law Firm. Call 303 Good Law. Here's Kathie J.
Ooh, there's a lot going on today. All right, so we were just speaking about earlier about Disney and getting 21st Century Fox.
Right, and they
the purchase
acquired
of
them, right.
Right. Okay, so there's a lot of like potential implications as to like what does that mean? Like we were talking about, who
Right.
gets what movie, what's happening.
Right. Does that affect the Spider-Man ride at Universal?
Yeah, I don't have that detail.
Okay.
But
And that's all Larry's worried
right,
about.
exactly. But now Disney has picked up the following movie franchises, everybody.
Okay.
Get ready to have that what's the when you get a excited
Woody?
noise? Yeah, there you go. You ready?
But I'll do it like this.
Fine.
That's my lightsaber going on.
Okay, so Disney has now acquired Die Hard, Avatar, which they already
Okay.
Yeah,
they were working with James
Yes.
on the ride.
Alien,
Okay.
Predator,
Wow.
Independence Day,
Wow.
Planet of the Apes.
Okay.
They've also, for younger sci-fi fantasy movies, they've acquired Percy Jackson, The Chronicles of Narnia, The Maze Runner. Those were huge.
Right, and those could all be like, new rides or something.
Disney has also acquired Ice Age,
Oh, cool.
Anything Alvin and the Chipmunks, Night at the Museum, Home Alone, Superhero. This is where everybody cares about. They've acquired X-Men, Fantastic Four, Wolverine, and Deadpool.
They got Fantastic Four for free.
Yeah,
It was like
totally.
buy all the rest and get Fantastic Four for free.
For all of you that are worried about Deadpool being so cool because it was R-rated, what will Disney do with it?
Oh, yeah, they're going to make it G-rated.
Yeah, right.
No.
Right.
They're keeping it R.
Ryan Reynolds even joked about it on Twitter and said, apparently you can't actually blow the Matterhorn.
Right. He dummied a picture of Deadpool getting arrested.
Yes.
And taken out in handcuffs by a security guard at Disney.
Yep.
And
said you can't actually blow the Matterhorn.
And it's kind of funny because the picture shows the castle from Disney World. The Matterhorn's in Disneyland.
Look at how you know that, Larry.
I know. So he technically kind of got it wrong.
You doctored it.
I know.
Right.
Yeah.
But still good.
Yeah.
Disney boss Bob Iger says, we think there might be an opportunity for a Marvel R brand for something like Deadpool or something else. As long as we let the audiences know it's coming, we will manage it.
For sure. And the first one was so successful as a rated R movie that they can't go backwards.
They're not going backwards.
Right.
On the TV side, Disney just got its hands on 24.
Okay.
Doot.
So now the bomb will be in Disney World.
Right.
And he'll have to find it.
No, they would never
Oh,
do that.
okay.
They also acquired American Horror Story.
Oh, great. Now that's going to be all calm. I mean, that
was pretty risque, so
Right,
I imagine
totally
they're not
risque.
going to...
I hope that they do have a whole area that's leave it gritty.
I know, but no offense, but those shows were a little, to me, over the top violent.
Mm-hmm.
Like the American Horror Story.
Or sexual, yeah.
Yeah, that
all
hotel
that stuff.
one, I just couldn't even, I was not into that one.
You weren't?
No.
Oh, the hotel? I
was
thought
so
I thought
violent.
at first it was great.
Yeah.
Right.
I
and
mean, I
then
liked Lady Gaga and all that, but I mean, it was just so violent.
It was violent.
So
Empire. The X-Files.
Oh, wow. Yeah, those are back, by the way. Have you seen the trailer for the new X-Files?
No.
Yeah, Scully and Mulder are back. It's a TV show again.
Okay, no, I haven't seen it.
Very cool.
Family Guy and The Simpsons.
Ooh, that's tricky.
Yeah, it is.
I honestly think that the people who make Family Guy, Seth MacFarlane, and he does American Dad, I honestly think there's probably a building at Fox that just takes complaints about those shows.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
for sure.
Like phone
yes,
calls.
we're aware of
yes,
what
that's
Roger did.
Right.
Exactly.
We thank you for your input,
Yes.
and we're sending you a sticker.
Yeah, turn the channel.
Right.
We're just going to say turn the channel.
Right.
Simpsons creator James L. Brooks tweeted a picture of Homer and Bart's first meeting with Mickey Mouse yesterday.
Oh, that's cool.
Right. And The Simpsons predicted the merger 20 years ago. The Simpsons predicted a lot of stuff that ended up happening.
I know, and here's the other thing that's the other confusing thing. The Simpsons rides are at Universal Studios. So the Simpsons whole land and the whole world
yeah, another
is
thing
at
that Universal Studios
I'm
has.
pretty sure after the end of the total merger, Disney will just own Universal Studios. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because then they don't have to mess with it, and they get Harry Potter and Jurassic Park. And
Who doesn't want Harry Potter?
it's everybody said that it would all eventually turn into one corporation. You know what I mean? So eventually, Amazon will buy Disney, and Amazon will own everything.
See, I'm okay. I'm okay with Amazon.
Right.
They're
just not
going
Walmart.
to. Right. Just
Right.
Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have set the date. If you don't care, I'm sorry, but I got to put it out there. I'm going to be in London on May 19th of next year.
You're not going.
No, I'm not going.
I'm glad that they're getting married, that he picked her.
Yeah, me
'cause
too.
Now their kids will be able to go outside.
Because she's going to add a little color in the
Yeah.
gene pool.
a little protection from the sun rays. Because he is a total ginger.
For sure,
And
right.
it's-
And the family, his family bloodline is all just white.
Not his.
No,
well,
not
I mean,
his.
yeah, his, but he's not
Half of
from
his.
Charles.
Right.
And clearly, nobody talks about this, but why all of a sudden does everybody not question the fact that he's a ginger and nobody else in the family's a ginger?
Well, you know what, though? I have a ginger. One of my first cousins is a ginger. First cousins.
Okay.
And so, and the rest of us, there's blue eyes and blonde hair here and there. So,
Right, okay.
that's why. That's probably why, Larry, because you could have a ginger. Not everybody has to be a ginger in a ginger family.
Hey, gingers are super smooth.
Did
Very
you-
little body hair.
Did you know that they're the rarest, for one, gingers?
Okay.
And if you can find a ginger with blue eyes,
Right?
that is the rarest kind of mix that you can find out there. And they have some sort of super DNA cell stuff where they can feel hot and cold temperatures differently.
What?
Yeah, it was this whole study
They're
that
like a
came
little
out earlier in the
X-Men.
week. Yeah.
Right.
It was kind of like superhuman powers like that when it came to certain things
That's
that
crazy.
they can adapt to.
Right.
That's crazy.
And they also can get burnt by a light bulb.
Mark Hamill, since Star Wars is opening today, last night at 7 o'clock, Mark Hamill is saying he made out with Carrie Fisher just once. Just once.
Oh.
And that's as far as it went.
Yeah, but
I mean, Harrison Ford had full-on action with Carrie Fisher.
I know, so that's kind of weird that she would try to get both of them.
Yeah, well, because Harrison Ford, that was the love affair in the first one,
Right.
Star Wars.
Right, and then she kissed Luke in the movie Empire Strikes Back. Remember, just to show Han Solo he wasn't the only one
that she was interested in.
But then technically she just made out with her brother,
which was gross. Right. Mark Hamill says, I remember one time, and I'm sure alcohol was involved. We were talking about kissing techniques, so it might have been for Empire Strikes Back.
That's what you always bring up when you want to make out with somebody.
We should totally practice. And I said, well, I think I'm a fairly good kisser. I like to let the women come to me rather than be aggressive. And she said, what do you mean? And well, the next thing you know, we were making out like teenagers. But then Mark Hamill says, we kind of became aware of what we were doing and just burst out laughing, which was unfortunate for me because the rocket launch sequence had been initiated. She gave him a tongue.
I posted on Facebook the other day, I said, when's the last time you made out? Like really suck face.
Just hang,
And it's really a long time. Like not one there was maybe a couple people that were like, Friday night. And like somebody was like, last Saturday.
Yeah.
And then the rest were like, 5 years, 2 years. Some people were like 10 years. Some people were like, I've never made out. It was pretty bad.
My husband was gone for like almost a week, a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And when he came home, I was so like
congested?
happy. No, I was so happy to have a second parent come in the house.
Right. That you gave him a little love.
Man, we made out for easily like 3 minutes, and he was like,
so cute.
He was like, wow, I should go away more often. And I was like, you do, and you die.
and like guys, when they're making out like that, they're like, you're done kissing them, and their pants are already off.
Right now, we were in the kitchen. The girls were running all around us. Yeah, it's not. Eminem is going to host a pop-up event featuring Mom Spaghetti.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's cool.
So then everybody just throws up after? Or?
No, right, exactly. So it's going to be happening in Detroit, everybody. Sorry. Not anywhere that any of us will be. But if you know somebody in Detroit, let them know. It's going to be happening this weekend. The menu is a nod to Lose Yourself. And the pop event is at the Shelter Basement Club. Starts tonight, same day that Revival's out.
I know, but if his mom made spaghetti, it's probably got like meth in it and some pills.
And definitely, it's not marinara. That's ketchup. Right. That's not spaghetti sauce.
Right,
because
she's passed out.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Essence Magazine is going to honor our girl Misty Elliott.
Oh, nice.
She's awesome. She's great. Did you know I read a story like a month or two ago, she almost didn't do the Super Bowl. She was sick.
Oh, really?
Leading up to it.
Okay.
And then she started getting really nervous.
Okay.
And then she said that she was like throwing up and all this stuff, and then all of a sudden she started hearing Get Your Freak On, or whatever song it was there at the Super Bowl, and she was like, here we go.
Wow.
Yeah, but she almost didn't make it there because she was backing out because of this cold she had.
Wow,
you never
crazy.
would have guessed.
Not at all.
No.
And, yeah, that was a missed opportunity because
she should have had songs ready.
That song should have been ready to go.
Yeah, totally.
Which is still a great song.
She's going to be honored at the magazine's annual Black Women in Music event held January 25th. The 60th annual Grammys are going to take place 3 days later. She's getting awarded for her producing and everything. I mean, she produced songs for Aaliyah, Beyonce, Whitney Houston, Monica, her own stuff.
Even Janet.
Awesome. Even Janet.
Ha ha hoo hoo. Thought you get the money too. Greedy blah 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 blah. Have the cake and eat it too.
Kevin Hart is opening up about cheating on his pregnant wife. He's finally talking about it now that they're all happy and she's accepted him back.
Right.
Yeah. She wasn't going anywhere. Let's all be honest, right?
Well, she was pregnant.
Well, that too, but she's not gonna. She wasn't. She didn't have anything.
I know,
it's
but
his money.
You have to be really mad though. You got to make it count.
Oh yeah,
that he's got to learn.
Yeah,
so it can't happen again.
Kevin Hart said it's beyond irresponsible what I did, and there's no way around it. That's Kevin Hart in his dumbest moment. It's not It's not the finest hour of my life. With that being said, you make your bed, you got to lie in it.
He's all, from now on, I will cheat and be super careful.
He said you go through life not planning to blank up. You blank up, and then you go, blank, I blanked up.
Right.
He's only mad he was caught.
No, for sure.
Totally, yes.
Right. And I mean, again, when somebody's that famous and wealthy, it's probably going to happen again.
He said it's a very cold house right now at home where I go. It's a cold house, and rightfully so.
Right. She's had one chance to teach him that lesson. You know
so she's making it count.
Right.
Because remember, his whole thing was, I know I'm a star now.
Right.
So I know I'm not going to fall for the trap of sleeping with somebody because you could get blackmailed.
Right.
And he fell for exactly what he said he wasn't going to do.
Exactly.
The power of a good-looking person.
Right.
And finally, wow, Russell Simmons.
Not good.
He came out And he's very adamant that he did not rape these women, okay?
Okay.
So in an Instagram post yesterday, Russell Simmons said, "Today I begin to properly defend myself. I will prove without any doubt that I'm innocent of all rape charges, so stay tuned."
Right, he did a hashtag not me.
Mm-hmm. He did. So my intention is not to diminish the hashtag Me Too movement in any way, but instead hold my accusers accountable. It's just a statement about my innocence. Hashtag not me movement.
I know, but wasn't one of the ladies, like, she's a known person?
Yeah, so that pissed off another accuser that was keeping quiet and decided it's time for me to come forward.
Whoa.
That accuser is Kelly Catrone, and if you don't know who she is...
She's been on America's Next Top Model a bunch.
She was a judge on America's Next Top Model. She founded PR powerhouse People's Revolution. She starred in MTV's The Hills, America's Next Top Model. She, like...
It's weird because she's, like...
Not attractive.
Not at all. It almost comes off as a lesbian, I would think.
Yeah, but back in 1991, this is when she says that Russell Simmons attempted to rape her. She was so mad about Russell's doing the hashtag not me thing that she decided to come out and say, "Oh, really? Well, let me put some more credibility to these other women that don't really have a name."
Right.
Right.
And so was this like, so you said it was 90s, so maybe she was like...
She was 26, so we need to Google her at 26.
Right, exactly.
She bumped into Russell Simmons, whom she knew as a casual acquaintance. And let me just say, in 1991...
This is how we do it.
That's earlier than that.
But
a lot of the accusers for Russell Simmons, it is around 1988, 1989, then hers is 1991. So it was right when he was forming Def Jam, when Run DMC, and he was in the clubs with Will Smith, and they were running New York. Like, he was very powerful at this time.
Right, and I just don't get, like, the mentality of, like, the rapist person, because it's like... You know, that's probably like his thing, you know, to like force a lady.
So
like,
let me tell you what she said. Okay, so she said that they were at a party, walked with him to another party. She tells us that he invited her to his apartment. She declined it. Then that's when Russell Simmons said he needed to drop in at a friend's house. And Kelly said she agreed to go, but she believes that he led her to his own apartment instead.
Oh, okay.
Which I could see that.
But that's a trick. Okay? That's terrible.
Okay, but as a girl that's dated guys, this is normal.
Okay.
You know, like
guys who try really hard.
Remember I had that one guy I went on a date with, and it might have been innocent, but I said I was ready to go home and take me home, and he didn't, and he took me to a club.
Right.
And, you know, like, so it happens. Stuff like this happens.
Guys try so hard.
And you're trying to figure out where the line's going to be crossed.
I know, but once you go, hey, I got to stop by my friend's house, and then you go in and there's pictures of you.
Yeah, right. So he pushed me into his apartment, and then he threw me down on the floor and literally tried to grab and take my clothes off.
Whoa.
And I started kicking him really, really hard, screaming and telling him to get the blank off of me and that I would have him killed if he ever blinking laid a hand on me again. I actually think I told him I would call Page 6 because I was a publicist.
Wow.
Yeah, so this is going to go back and forth, but where there's smoke, there's fire.
Right.
Whether or not he was expecting, he always was like, that's his ammo, and women gave in. I don't know.
And then you think, okay, just one. Now there's a bunch.
Yep.
Blazin' Hit Radio.
Good morning, you guys.
Now with more us.
You rock.
Better music, less commercials, more Larry and Kathie.
I just love you both.
Oh, we love you too.
No.
So everybody's talking about net neutrality and what it means and how what does that mean to the average person? And it's really messed up. I mean, because there's a reason that it was put in place so that everybody would be treated equally on the internet. So
okay, now this is regarding the headlines last night. Something about the FCC
they took a vote on it. This is another thing where Obama gets his policy reversed by Trump. So this guy in charge of the FCC, I think it's Anj is his name, but he's like the head of the FCC, and so he's also used to work for Verizon, right? And so the Verizon and those people are the big winners because they get to charge extra if you want to use certain services that they have.
Well, what's happening?
Okay, so here's how I saw a video of how it broke down.
Okay.
And it's basically...
Yeah, you got to go slow for me on
this. No.
Okay.
But like companies that, if you have these fast lanes on the internet, that companies can pay for and slow down. So in other words, like let's say you are a big AT&T, but you know you're also own like entertainment companies or whatever who has Netflix.
Okay.
So then you're promoting your Netflix. So now you're going to run your Netflix at a higher speed
and slow down the real Netflix.
Right.
Okay.
Or some sort of competing thing.
Well,
Okay,
I have a more official breakdown of it.
yeah.
So let's play that, and
I
then
feel like I
hopefully
need to hear it again.
Right.
Now this was because this is the second time it's happened. They tried to repeal it before, and then Obama stopped it from happening. Right.
Okay.
So this video comes from that, but it's still from when Obama's office, but it still explains it.
Hey, I'm Blocko, and you're watching this video right now thanks to a little thing called the internet and net neutrality. But what exactly is this net neutrality that everyone is talking about? Net neutrality at its core is the idea that the internet should be a free and open platform, almost like a utility such as electricity that we use in our home. Internet service providers, or ISPs, don't limit the use of certain websites or give priority to others. It's all open and equal. Without net neutrality, ISPs would be able to charge customers for the use of certain websites, slow the speed of some, and even block some sites completely. Imagine having to pay $10 extra a month just to stream video online. No thanks. President Obama has asked the Federal Communications Commission to keep the internet open and free. He asked the FCC to implement these set of rules. No blocking. If the content you are trying to access is legal, your ISP shouldn't be able to block it from you. No throttling. ISPs shouldn't be able to slow or speed up certain content based on their preferences. Increase transparency. ISPs should be open and honest with their consumers, plain and simple. And last but not least, no paid prioritization. No service should require a fee to get out of the slow lane. We like these rules, and if you enjoy the internet, I'm sure you do too. Net neutrality sure is amazing, and I don't know what I would do without it personally.
I was reading an article on it. So
that sounds good.
No, it's terrible.
Wait,
net neutrality is good, but if that's been reversed,
no, that's what I'm saying. So what you just played seems like that's the way it should be.
Yes,
Make
correct.
it fair for everybody, and don't penalize me if I don't have that service.
Correct.
Right. And also, they said that it would eventually lead to people charging for things that we're used to getting free on our phones.
Okay.
So in other words, like, okay, you want your to go watch a bunch of YouTube videos. Now you're going to have to pay to watch,
And I pay my provider, or
I guess,
I'll pay.
I don't know.
You're going to pay extra to the provider, the internet service provider. So the big winners.
What happened today?
The big winners are Comcast, Verizon, AT&T. Those are the big winners out of this.
Well, and here's what's messed up is they say that 80% of Americans agree that there should be net neutrality, but they had
he just took net neutrality away.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then the FCC, they had this thing where they're like, well, we need to hear from the public. What do you guys think? Well, they got inundated with a bunch of bot emails and
I was
stuff.
going to say, I heard those were all fake.
Right. So they got all these fake emails that saying, "Oh, we don't want net neutrality. It's terrible. We don't want it."
Right.
And so that's what they're going with.
That's all they heard.
Yeah, that's what they say. I don't really buy into that because, like even John Oliver John Oliver actually helped net neutrality the first time that they battled it and was like explained it because I think
he can really break things down.
And
he's good.
I think that's what Americans need. They need to say, hey, this is how it works. This is in a simple fashion so that you can decide and make your decision. So he made a huge stance about that and had a whole bunch of people tweet and caused a whole ruckus the first time they tried to repeal this. So what happened yesterday, Kathie, is his name is what is it? It's Ajit Pai. He's the head of the FCC council. So they had a vote. There's 5 members on there.
Okay.
2 women actually disagreed with this, said the problem with if they reverse this, that net neutrality was a good thing. 2 women. The other 3 guys on there, Ajit
one was
Pai
from Verizon.
is from Verizon. He's the head guy. They voted no, that they wanted to repeal net neutrality. So basically, that's where it's at. Now it's going to go to Congress, and they're going to debate.
Some companies are saying these restrictions are limiting our ability to be creative and earn more money and stuff like this. So
you have enough money.
I know. So the bigger companies are already seeing how they're going to play, how it's going to play out, and how
they're going to make more money.
Right.
And this dude is such a d-bag that even after I started like looking it up and finding information, because I found him on Twitter and I was like talking crap to him because like I enjoy that. It's so funny. But so this guy actually made a video trying to justify his actions, and he is the biggest freaking dork ever. You have to see this. This is him trying to explain the benefits of net neutrality being removed.
Of course he wanted to be in it.
I'm the chairman of the FCC. Recently, there's been quite a bit of conversation about my plan to restore internet freedom. Here are just a few of the things you'll still be able to do on the internet after these Obama-era regulations are repealed. You can still gram your food.
Okay, so I can take pictures of my food?
Yeah.
Okay, that's not a win. I mean...
He's just trying to be cool. He's such a dork.
He's funny.
Okay, Okay.
Are you selfieing or just...
Okay, he's
You
wasting
still
my
post
time.
photos of cute animals, like puppies.
The music's too loud. Some of his voice.
Yeah.
Post pictures of cute animals.
You can
That's
still
not
shop for all your Christmas presents online.
okay.
Got that bulk deal on fidget spinners. Yes!
Yeah,
Those
he is
Eclipse
confused.
glasses are so cheap.
Okay.
Yeah, I hate him.
He's
I
still
hate
not. He's still
him.
not winning me over with the why
Right,
it's
why-
Binge
positive.
watch your favorite shows.
Okay, binge watching my shows. That's what I would want.
Well, depending on the
Yeah,
service.
Exactly. He's not telling you all the stuff in between. Yeah.
It's so hard to watch him. I
Yeah, yeah.
can't stand him. He's the biggest dork ever, and he got this job because of he
Trump.
doesn't deserve that job.
Right,
He got it because of Trump.
Right,
and,
Trump, that's like how Omarosa
Okay.
got a job.
So again, you're the little people are gonna get screwed, and all of a sudden
Yes.
I might really
What-
see a pop up that says, if you want to continue watching
Yes,
this show,
you have
need
to pay more money, or if you want to have so it doesn't
What?
buffer. So
So what about
basically, if you-
Hulu and all those?
well,
that
they'll
we
slow
love?
down, and they get. If you ever see
They'll
a show and
slow
they're
it down?
pixelated, they'll slow it down. Yeah.
It'll depend on who your provider is. So let's say you're with AT&T.
Yeah.
You might get Netflix, and it'd be perfect because they have Netflix.
Uh-huh.
And then, but if you wanted to watch Hulu and they don't own Hulu, they might go, let's make
Slow that part down.
Exactly.
Are you
So it's
kidding
like
me?
choppy or
Whereas
not.
now it's just if I have the service or if I
Right.
have the
App.
reception,
Right.
I should be able to just have the same speed
Yeah.
coming
Right.
out of my phone.
net neutrality.
People got to get mad about this. Like this is one of those things where it's like if you believe in the internet and all that stuff, you need to call your congressman. And
Yeah, I'm about being fair, and this doesn't sound fair.
It's just like the toll roads that they're putting everywhere. So now when you go to Boulder, you can pay more to get to Boulder quicker.
See, I hate that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. It just sucks.
You took a lane away from the rest of us.
Right. And now
Right.
we're getting there even more late because
Right.
we're not willing to pay the
It's
whatever.
more frustrating.
Right.
Oh, that's not cool. So net neutrality, good.
net neutrality is good, and it's
And
being
they
repealed.
just pulled it away.
And they're
Yeah, but-
they're trying to. So they
The
actually
rich get richer.
Yeah,
That's
well,
awesome.
that's what it is. Well, now they got to go through Congress, so it's not official yet.
Okay.
Now Congress, who's ran by Republicans,
I was gonna say.
has to approve it and all that, and goes through that whole process. But you know what? The way that Alabama thing turned out, and they're starting to listen to the people, and when the people make some noise, hopefully this won't go through.
Right. And then they're banking on a bunch of people being completely confused
Oblivious.
by it.
Invisible.
And just
Like me.
Right. And I just have to get my work done. I got stuff to do. I got to go get my kids.
Yeah, right.
You know
I don't
what
have
mean?
time to write my congressman. If I
Right.
did, I would have done A, B, and C.
Right. Exactly.
But this is, I'm sorry, we are all attached to our phones.
Uh-huh.
Like there's a survey, we check it 26 times a day, even though there's no warning coming in saying
There's nothing. We just go look.
we
out
just
of habit.
automatically will turn our phones on. Like this is part of our day-to-day routine. And if I start going here and something comes up that'll say
More money,
or it goes slow
Right.
for a conspiracy, I hate that.
They'll
I
just
can't
work it
handle
into your bill. It won't even be a prompt. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
see,
It'll-
and that's not cool.
Right. So yeah. But I'm with you on the fact that it should just be fair. Even.
It should be fair.
Right.
I'm sorry, that's not where you're going to make your money. You have a lot of it.
Right.
No, yeah.
Right. Like you fire a CEO for being whatever an idiot, and he still walks away with $30 million in stock. Like,
Yeah, that's just
I mean,
insane.
where is the justice in this world? I'm getting sick of it, and it's not going to bring me down on a Friday.
By the way, it's Star Wars Friday.
Yeah, it is Star Wars Friday. So we got to wrap this up so Larry can go see Star Wars.
Yeah, you got to check this out because watch my social media because once I'm out of the movie, I'm going to tell you everything that happened. It's spoiler alert central.
Don't do it.
The Blazin' Hit Radio Christmas Wish.
Hello? Is this Isabella?
Hi.
Hi.
Hi,
How are you?
Good.
Isabella. This is Kathy J, Larry Ulibarri, and producer Wiggins from Blazin' Hit Radio.
We listen to you guys every morning, so she's very surprised.
Oh, nice. We tend to have that effect on people.
Well, we're calling because your mother wrote us a really nice letter about you. Do you have a second so I can read it to you?
Yeah.
Okay. Dear Blazin' Hit Radio Christmas Wish, I know this is normally to nominate a worthy adult, but I would like your help with getting my daughter a Christmas gift. She deserves so much more than I can give her. I have 3 children. My youngest is only 9 months old and was born premature. He is still fighting like a champ, though. He has health problems, and in the midst of all that, I was also accepted into nursing school. I stopped working to take care of my sick baby and go to school while my husband supports all 5 of us on his own. We were teen parents and have come a long way. Nursing school will be a big step in giving my kids a better life. My daughter is 8 years old. She is the oldest and has been my big helper with her big brother. She holds him, she feeds him, she soothes him. She's 8 years old. If I would let her, she would change his diaper too. Through the hospital stays and doctor appointments, she's been forced to grow up and think of others before herself. As proud as I am of her for that, it still hurts me to see her grow up so fast. She asked for one thing this year for her birthday, and that was an American Girl doll. After checking how much they cost and knowing our tight budget, she got an off-brand doll instead, which she sweetly accepted with no complaints. Last week I took her to see Santa, and I overheard her ask for that real American Girl doll again. One that her friends won't make fun of. Please help me get my daughter Isabella a real American Girl doll to play with and stay a little girl for just a while longer. Thank you so much. Mommy loves you a lot, Isabella. I couldn't be more proud of you, Mommy.
Thank you. I love my brother a lot. They mean a lot to me.
Oh, that's really sweet. And you're a good girl, and all kids should be like you. They should help, and, you're just your mom's helper, and we appreciate it.
We sure do. So that's why we have to grant this Christmas wish.
Thank you.
So I don't know if you already have one picked out. There's all the different girls and their names and what they do. But we definitely want to make sure that we get you that American Girl doll so you can go shopping. And we're also going to get you some outfits because, you got to make sure that she's got the right clothes.
Yeah, we got to get her an outfit.
If you're going there with the doll, you got to get the clothes. Commit to it. That's what I say.
And we also have a couple presents for your for your siblings, okay?
Thank you.
Of course. You keep being a good girl and helping Mom and helping raise your little brother, okay?
Okay.
And now nobody's going to make fun of your pretend American doll. I think you should put the other one outside.
You may just do that.
You know what? I remember what it was like to have the fake version of a doll that was out. And you would get made fun of by your friends because they had parents that could get it for them.
The branding.
Right. And so it's different, And so when your mommy said, let you stay a little girl a while longer, we totally agree with that. As much as we love the fact that you're such a good big sister and you help your mommy and you help your little brother, you still got to find time to just play and have fun with your dollies and with your friends. So if you don't mind, I might want to go shopping with you.
She's got 2 little girls too.
Oh, nice.
So do you have one in a name? Which one do you really want?
I don't know all their names.
You don't know their names yet?
I don't know much about the dolls. Yo-yo?
Yeah, why go look at the website when you can't get one?
Right, exactly. Well, there's a store at Park Meadows, and we'll figure out a way to get there, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Well, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Isaiah. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to you from Blazin' Hit Radio
and the Green Solution.
The Green Solution.
The Blazin' Hit Radio Christmas Wish. Brought to you by the Green Solution. Blazin' Hit Radio.
Better music.
Less commercials.
More Larry and Kathie.
Hey, props to Wiggins for coming in. Wiggins has definitely been ill.
A dying Chewbacca is what I told I sounded like.
Right. Wiggins has been sick the last couple of days, and it's awesome that you came in because we wouldn't be doing this if you weren't here.
Yeah, thank you.
It would just be dead air.
Right,
Yeah.
we'd be looking at producer Bolton. He's like, I don't know how to push all the buttons yet.
Yeah, he'll figure it out.
Right.
You can text us or call us or give us a shout out all within the app. This text comes in. I plan on seeing Star Wars movie Christmas Day, so I have to run from any potential spoilers for 10 days.
Oh, God. I don't know if you could do that for 10 days.
You could if you wore a Darth Vader helmet and didn't talk to anybody.
Don't talk to me.
I can relate. They said some idiot coworker spoiled The Force Awakens with Han Solo's death for me. So now I'm trying extra hard to cover my ears and run away when they say anything Star Wars related. Larry, if you spoil anything, all caps, I will find you.
Princess Leia dies of cancer.
I just mean,
No,
I don't think
that
that's
wasn't it.
Yeah, I don't
It's
think
suicide.
they don't do coke in space. I don't think.
And I think you're supposed to say it like this. I will find you.
No, you won't.
Yeah, it's not cool. Larry always has a special way to make his voice. He's got his...
I have a cup. That's all I have.
You know what?
A plastic cup.
That was one of the times, it was way back when we first were hanging out, and I was like, you were doing something, and you started your Darth Vader voice.
Escape is not his plan.
Right.
I must face him
And I was
alone.
like, this guy's funny. He's got all the voices and stuff. But then Larry, it's not
Kathie's all, someone's always on.
It's not just enough. It's not just enough for you to nail the voice.
I have to bring another element to it.
And so he literally was looking around in the kitchen, and I was like, what is Larry doing? What's he looking for?
Did I get the blender?
He got the blender.
That's my go-to.
Has he done that to you, Bolty?
Yeah.
He grabbed the blender and
I got the blender. I think it's the Ninja.
It was. No,
Right.
you're at the time.
it was the
a
retro
heavy glass.
one.
It was a heavy glass blender.
Yeah, I had a really cool one from Williams-Sonoma, but
What
they don't
happened
make
to it?
anymore because it's glass and it chipped eventually.
Oh.
So we went with the Ninja.
Yeah, the ninjas are good, but no, I just remember, and I was like, wow, that is how far Larry will take the joke.
You know what happened with the Ninja?
What?
You know, you have the big long blade.
Oh, that thing is terrifying.
And you have to be careful because
When you put it in the dishwasher, and you
The
pull the
blade
drawer out,
falls- right.
you gotta be careful about that. And I almost the other day just went for it.
Oh.
Like my hand was like almost there,
And you went,
I was like, oh my god, that's the finger cutter offer.
I just put the Ninja blade in the dishwasher yesterday, so I'm going to be
terrifying.
I better pay attention
Remember,
because sometimes
you're sick,
You're not
you're not
looking,
thinking
you're
right.
just grabbing stuff. You're like, I'm gonna put
sometimes
these cups right.
these are like signs. You got to listen to what happens in the day because it
Use
comes
the
back to you.
force,
Yes, use
Wiggins.
the force.
Use the force.
So yesterday we were doing the show and the news came on and we saw some naked guy just running around the highway.
It was at the end of our show yesterday, so we didn't get to talk about it.
It's about time. I mean, let's have naked people running around.
Well,
I mean,
no,
and
this
he-
guy was scary.
I know. Okay, I think it was kind of good naked, but the fact that he had that big old beard and the hair going everywhere lets you know
Yeah,
that
he had
it's
BO.
not. It's not clean good naked.
Right, exactly. His taint
It's
smells.
not. It's not healthy good naked.
He was jumping on the back of trucks, banging the glass.
That was hilarious.
This has to be like drugs, right? Is he on bath salts?
Well,
or something?
so we actually, producer Bolty found the news
Thank
story
you, I'm
on
dying to
it
know.
from WUSA Channel 9. So here it is. It happened in Virginia.
You probably saw this headline, naked man hops on truck after highway crash in Virginia. This happened yesterday by Dulles Airport. A man got into a car accident on the highway and then stripped his clothes down and started assaulting people. Well, now we're learning more about the man and hearing from those who caught him on video. Evan Kozlov brings us the story.
He kind of looks cavemanish.
Yeah,
A little
right.
Cavemanish.
like Geico.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god, he's gonna kill himself.
It doesn't take long for you to hear the anxiety in this woman's voice. That's as she watched the bizarre scene unfold.
I just thought someone needed help.
Here she was today on a more peaceful drive. Her name is Manaz. When she first drove by,
Nicki
the man
Minaj?
was in the...
No. Is her last name? Her first name's Minaj. Her last name's Atois.
Yeah, you wish.
It's Manaz.
Atois.
No.
Her name is Manaz.
Atois.
When she first drove by, the man was in the back of the truck with no shirt on. There was an accident, so she pulled over to help.
He was just going crazy. He was like hitting his chest, a tire on his neck. He was trying to, cut it and break it. He just seemed really angry.
Now a day angry and sort of hung.
Okay, now I will say this from the video: the guy did go crazy, like almost like he was a monkey, right? Jumping up on the when he jumped up on the back of that car, and started banging on the roof.
Right, that was crazy.
What's wrong with you?
Drugs.
Angry.
Now, a day later, we're learning what exactly happened. Police say the man's name is Jose Gonzalez Flores.
So then he put his junk on my window, so then I rolled it up.
Dead squirrel. All of you guys tried dead squirrel at one point in your life.
And it looks like a dead squirrel.
We're told this all started when he got in a crash with two other vehicles. Police then say that Flores assaulted one of the other drivers. From there, things escalated. Take a listen to this audio we got from a program called Open MHZ. It's the voice of a police dispatcher.
One of the subjects now has no clothes on, and he is running against the guardrail and banging on other vehicles.
Terrified, Manaz was watching it all.
I got really scared when he took his clothes off, and then he started running around and acting crazy.
What is he doing?
So she's all, so I
She
told
then
him,
saw-
get in my car. We'll go back to my place. And
She then saw something pretty unbelievable. Flores jumped on the back of another truck that was passing by,
This is what
still
we saw.
naked, and rode it as it sped down the highway. The whole time, he was banging on that truck's back window. He was like,
Yeah, that's what he looked like he
Right.
was doing. Like it was
Right.
insane.
Yeah, he looked like a monkey.
Yeah,
like, he
right.
Was just,
Like he was just
not
out of
mentally
control.
there. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so let me hear if I. So he was in the pickup that rear-ended the big truck.
Right. He was in the back.
Okay, and so he got out of the pickup to obviously go yell at the truck, whoever, and he started getting into a fight with someone that was in the dump truck.
Yes.
Okay, that he hit.
Yes.
And then
He
from
didn't
there,
hit who was in the driver's side.
I think someone got out. He hit two
Whoever
cars.
he
Someone
hit
got out
out
and
of the
said
dump
tried to
truck.
confront him, and
Okay.
then hit him, and then that's when he jumped on the back of
took
another
his
truck.
clothes off and then started running down the guardrail and jumped on the back of this other truck.
And then
Okay.
he's in the back of the bed banging on the
I'm up to
on the
speed
glass.
now.
Okay.
Right. And then when he was sitting on that truck banging on it, he definitely left a skid mark.
Yeah, he was straddling it.
Yeah, the dead squirrels are like hitting on the glass.
Yeah, you're gonna have to
Gross.
replace that panel.
What went through your head when you first see this guy on the back of a moving truck?
I was so scared. I thought he was trying, I didn't know what he was capable of. Like, he just seemed so unpredictable. I was so scared.
So then we went and had coffee, and turns out he's actually really nice.
Right.
Now, eventually, Flores did leave the highway, ran into the woods, and then he was caught. And now he's facing a long list of charges. Police say they found some weed in his possession, but at this point, they can't say if drugs, alcohol, or even his mental health played a role in that bizarre situation.
Pretty sure it all played a role.
I'm
all
sure,
the above.
I'm pretty sure we need to be aware of that's how stressed out so many of us are.
I think
like,
that was
all
definitely...
it takes is one thing to catapult
Yes.
you into losing it.
He's all, don't take away my net neutrality.
No, and so for him,
what you're saying is
he
you're
could have
about
been thinking about bills. The kids are sick. His wife hates him. Who knows what is already going on?
Donald Trump.
Then, who knows, right? He's about to lose his job. Who knows? It's Christmas. He doesn't have A, B, and C.
Mm-hmm.
Stress is a huge factor. And all of a sudden, now you're in a car accident, and then it just erupts those emotions, and now you're fighting somebody. And now you know what? I've completely lost it, and the day is ruined. Take off your clothes and yell at everybody.
See, I think that he's just mental.
No, I honestly can see how fast he got there.
Right. we know what Kathie's going to do if she gets
That's
in a
what I was going to
fender
say. I was like, for some reason, I picture a double D naked woman running down the street in the
And there
back of a
she is.
pickup.
No.
She's during the dead squirrel.
No.
Dead
It's
squirrels.
Not,
It would be the-
right.
yeah.
It's not going to be good naked, I'll tell you that.
Oh, yeah.
It looks like she's straddling the car.
Yeah, see, I'm not going to do any of that. I don't have, this guy had agility. I don't
Right.
really have that. I mean, he
yes.
jumped up on that truck.
This girl fell off the car, and she's now
Right.
trying to get back on.
That's exactly what would happen. But I'm just saying, that's how I think so many situations can change in a matter of 5 seconds because people are already riding stressed
So you
out
don't
with
think it
whatever.
could have been like bath salts or some crazy drugs?
I can see how
with
somebody,
a mental disorder?
No, I can see how honestly you're a normal dude. You just, everything comes together as bad. Then you top it off with a car accident, and now everything's up for grabs.
Speaking of that,
He lost it.
Literally, I think that it's just so sad that never happens in front of me. Like, because
what would you have done? Would you have been the guy that said, "Get in my car"?
Get
in, bro. Come on.
Not bad, bro.
You would have taken that guy?
I don't know. It'd have to be in the moment. But I have a friend that was at off of Evans near the DU frats, and it's Aldo.
Yeah,
okay?
right.
And he was at a red light there, and about 20 naked frat guys come out of those frat houses and start running in the intersection. And Aldo's on the phone with me. I was like, he's all, what is going on? And I was like, oh my God, what?
Larry's freaking out.
I was like, tell him to get in your car. I was like, bring him, like, let's party or something
Aldo's
like that.
like, I shouldn't have even told you.
Right. And I was like, what are you going to do? And he's all, nothing.
Oh my God!
Right,
you should have been like, FaceTime fast,
right,
hurry!
exactly. Are you taking pictures?
This text comes in. He's the real life Encino man.
He did look like
kinda
Encino
looked like
Man.
Encino
Yeah,
Man.
It was
totally.
Brendan Fraser, who was actually cute at the time.
He was.
buddy.
Oh yeah, the Pauly Shore.
Pauly Shore.
I'm just saying, and we just had that study that Monday is going to be the peak day for
Of
people
stress.
to lose it
Right.
because of
So
the stress.
if you're driving on I-25, look out for Kathie J.
Well, I'm just saying, look out for anybody because you know
I
what?
might just push you over the edge just to see it.
My grandma always said the best thing, and I think that's how I live my life, is you got to be nice to people because everybody is fighting their own hard battle.
For sure.
Whether it's somebody in their life that's cancer or they're losing a job or their kids hate them, whatever it is, everybody has their own battle. So don't think that your problems are worse than a stranger because you don't know. So we're all like 2 seconds away from cracking. I'm just being honest.
And I think we're going to find out that the guy was totally mental, escaped from a mental hospital,
Okay.
and was on hardcore drugs.
All right, well, what say you? Let us know.
Well, I'm just looking forward to Larry pushing you over the edge, Kathie. That's
It can happen.
Monday morning.
So I want to see some boobs.
Yeah,
You
running
guys have
around.
seen me close.
And now, it's time for
Larry, you look very on sports.
Color rush, color rush, color rush, color rush.
What are you
rush.
saying, Larry?
What are you?
The outfits last night that the Broncos wore were their color
Yeah.
rush outfits.
They were so sick. I loved it. All orange, and there's like
What?
the old school logo with the new one.
Right,
I
so
didn't
it's-
see it.
Yeah, so,
it
it's
was
all,
the old school, like John Elway from the 80s?
Yeah, but it's like all orange. Like the shoes are orange, the socks are orange. It's all, they look like just orange.
And it looked good?
Yeah, it's kind of like, monochromatic is what they call that. Whatever. Color rush.
Right. Color rush, color rush,
Yeah,
color rush.
I was trying to remember that so I wouldn't forget it.
Color
But
rush.
yeah, the Broncos
And the Broncos won, yes.
The Broncos won, and it's crazy because they played on Thursday night. That's obviously new.
No, it's not.
It's not new, Larry.
They have Thursday night games.
Oh, okay. Since when?
Since
ever.
like forever, like last 7-8 years.
Right. Monday
Oh, okay,
night,
yeah.
Thursday
Maybe
night,
I did
Sunday
know that.
night.
I did know that.
Wow, he really stepped away from football this
Did you know about that? What happened to Simeon?
Yes.
What?
His stock in Apple did really well.
Oh my god!
And it was a banner year for him
Banner
on
year.
the market.
He was hurt, and Brock Osweiler took over, and Brock even had a 22-yard scramble for a touchdown. Kathie, there you could see Brock in there in the new uniforms. He's got the old
Even
school
their
D.
jock straps were orange. They said.
These aren't new. This is just last night.
No, these are. They haven't worn these yet. This was like the
Retro.
this is like the potential new jerseys that they might have next year. That is being proposed, but they actually wore them
Every
last
team
night.
has this version. So like the Dolphins have one where they're all like their color from head to toe.
Okay, so those are the aways. So since we do blue when we're home, is the home uniform going to be all blue? Head
I
to
don't
toe?
know. I don't know.
With a little orange going through it?
I don't know. But
It's not bad.
I know, but the thing that you did notice right away, it was so tight that you could tell who was fat and who wasn't. Like it just,
Okay,
it
then
just
I don't want
highlighted
that.
the
That's
shape of everybody.
That's the last thing I want when millions of people are watching
Right,
me.
because you want to break it up with colors if you can.
Right, exactly.
Chop it up.
And nothing's better than the dark navy.
Right.
Right, for
exactly.
sure.
So there's some players you're like, ooh, they had to order you an extra large.
Right. Not in the new pants, sorry.
But they did show that, for real, that they're like everything was orange. Their jock straps they showed on Fox Sports.
Yeah.
Were orange. Their jock straps
had,
were orange.
Orange jock straps, too.
And socks.
Okay.
Just saying.
Well, since they were new, I hate to say it, but they probably bled on their skin. So I'm sure that when they took off the uniform, they were orange underneath.
Well, either way, I would think that having the orange jock strap would be like a collectible.
You think?
You know what I mean? Like, in other words,
Wow.
like we've never had an orange jock strap.
A collectible that you could get autographed, Larry.
For sure. But from one of the thinner players, maybe.
Like, that's something that, like, I wouldn't want a thong that had been on a girl. I wouldn't want a jock strap that had been on a guy. Like, those are things that I'm like, you can just throw those away.
Unless if the person's like super hot, then you're like, oh, cool. Now we've shared this.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
No, it's
And
perverted.
that's what sports are all
it's
about.
Perverted.
Listen, it's a guy's thing. There's
Okay.
a reason they slap
Maybe it's
each
a
other
guy
in the
thing, you're
ass and stuff like that.
What did you just say?
There's a reason that the players hit each other on the butt
Oh,
and
yeah,
they had a boy and
Okay.
stuff like that.
Good game.
Right, and then all those clips that they're always sounding very homoerotic. Oh, he's taking it. Oh, he's loving it.
Are those helmets black?
They're like a dark blue.
They're cool.
It's kind of disappointing because when they go over the statistics of the defense is number 1, number 2, number 3 for stopping the run, stopping the pass game, and turnovers and all
Depends
these different
on
things.
who we're against.
But
The
no.
Broncos.
We're in the whole entire league. We're ranked that for the
Okay.
defense. The
If you
problem.
have diarrhea, the Broncos are stopping the runs.
No.
That's what you just said.
No.
They're
He always
stopping the
hears
runs.
something we don't hear.
Totally
Stopping
different.
the
Yeah,
run.
right.
No. So it's disappointing to know that we still have the great defense that we had before, and the reason that we lose is because we'll have a turnover right by the red zone for the other team. Or so that was the ultimate reason why we've been where we're at right now.
Exactly what I was going to say.
Where are you, Larry?
You just took the words right out of my mouth.
Oh well,
I
I'm
agree
sorry.
with him.
I'll let you continue.
I don't need to. You
So
kind of
when-
said it all.
When's our next game, Larry? And
I
who
don't know.
we
I
playing?
didn't know we were playing Thursday. I thought
Yeah,
we were playing
why am I-
Sunday.
Yeah,
So
and
don't
I
ask
even
me.
told him they're playing
Yesterday,
tonight, and
we
said
said
you could fly out
tonight
to there.
the tickets are $5.
But I thought it was for Sunday. So in other words, we were just giving people a warning. Like you could go.
Tonight means tonight.
I
and
know.
that
I
was
didn't get that
yesterday.
part. I didn't get that part. But anyway, yeah, we're doing great. we're a shoe-in for some sort of weird wild card.
We're a shoe-in.
For the playoffs. So we'll see what happens. Yeah.
All right. Well,
and that's Larry Ulibarri. Not really knowing a lot about sports.
Ever. Yeah.
Blazin' Hit Radio.
I love that morning show.
Now with more us.
They wake me up.
Better music, less commercials, more Larry and Kathie.
In the morning, in the shower.
You want to do oops?
In the shower. She's like, we're listening. They're looking at me in the shower.
We got a comedian, Nick Guerra. He's coming in here in a little bit. He's going to be at Comedy Works downtown tonight and all weekend.
I just saw him upstairs.
He's cute.
Oh, my God. He's so cute.
He's really
Oh, my
cute.
God.
He's like super cute.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what about his humor? Is he funny?
No, he's super funny.
All
but
right.
He was on Jimmy Fallon.
I know, and there's a lot of comedians that come through, and rarely are they ever like super hot.
Yeah.
So
right. And his,
let us have this.
His first comedy album, Love, the Nick's Tape, is available on iTunes if you guys want to check him out and then go get tickets to see him.
If you Google him, he has long hair in some of the pictures, but now he has short hair.
All right.
All right.
Well,
All right.
Which I think he's just...
You just went upstairs to meet him, and then you started Googling him, huh?
Right.
No, I Googled him before he got here.
Oh,
Right,
okay.
right.
Well, he's going to be talking to us here in a little bit, but until then...
yes, I have to tell you guys something just very sad that came on today. A new study.
Okay.
There's only one point in a woman's life when they're happier than men.
Oh, my God, what? That's so sad.
There's only one point in
Okay.
a woman's life when they're happier than men, and I will let you two guess.
Okay, there's only one
point in a woman's life.
Well, she's
so think
happier
about
than a man.
when they're happier than man, and you think about it. Is it kids? Is it success here? Is it, what? What is it? What's the one point in a woman's life where
they're happier
than men? This is a new study. Overall, men are happier than women at pretty much every age. There's
Okay.
only one exception where women are happier than men.
When the man dies.
Okay, that's a good guess. What's your guess, Wiggins?
That's it. Yeah, that's like, I mean, when he leaves to goes to work.
Oh, no, that's not going to make us... Oh, I thought you meant to go cheat on us or something. But okay. The only point in a woman's life when they're happier than men...
This is just sad. You know what I mean?
It's very sad. Is when they're old and their husband is dead.
I was right.
You were right, Larry.
Oh, my God. That's so crazy.
Once their spouses are dead, researchers think it could be because that's the first time in a woman's life that she doesn't have a million responsibilities weighing on her of having to take care of this, or this for somebody else, and they can finally relax once the husband's dead.
And
how sad is that?
But they probably just got done caring for him as he died.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So
Totally.
they're really over it.
You're the caregiver. You were the caregiver for the kids. They moved out. You had a couple good years. Then but you still had to take care of your husband. You still had to make sure that if he had like a business
You didn't
job,
take
he
your
had
pills.
suits and
You
right.
didn't
You
do
didn't take
this.
your pills and right.
Here's what's hilarious.
Harold?
Yeah, exactly. Harold.
Right.
No. So this is what's funny is like, a woman, where the guy dies and, she's old and she's at the funeral.
Right.
And you're like, why is grandma laughing?
Right.
You're
Why
like,
is she so
why
happy?
is she dancing? She didn't cry once. You know what I mean?
Right.
She's liberated.
Right. Exactly. I
Especially with her, I would say
maybe that's the reason why a lot of women. I thought that my grandma didn't remarry because out of like honor to my grandpa because she's old school, but maybe it was because she was like,
I'm free.
Why do I want to go and take care of another man?
Exactly.
I'd much rather just be happy here with my cats and the dog.
Well, and then it's like, I guess that you'd only fall on the happy list if the guy left you some money because he died. You know what I mean?
Right,
You're happier.
You're happier.
You're like, hey, I got a little life insurance and he's gone.
Right, because
You know?
a lot of people, you're very sad. That's your mate. That's your guy.
Right, and so he's gone. You run to the mirror and you're like, I'm single. Oh.
I'm 85.
Damn it. You look at yourself naked in the mirror. You're like, well, this ain't happening.
Yeah, so wow, great news for me and all of us other ladies out there, huh?
Hey, you're going to be happy. Hey, you know what I think it is?
What?
Is because you said that like men are happier for the most part more than women.
At pretty much every age.
I think because guys just don't sweat stuff. You know what I mean? Because
You guys are really good at letting things go.
Or
I
right.
wish that,
or getting over it quicker.
Right. You take a lot of emotion out of things where we hold on to things.
For sure.
Okay. And that does suck. But without us being emotional and holding on to things, a lot of stuff wouldn't get done in your family.
Right. No,
the right
for sure.
way.
Absolutely.
Right.
And maybe that's our gift to you.
Right.
That's why men go earlier. Because they're like, sorry, we ruined the first 60 years. Enjoy the next 20 by yourself.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Oh, Harold.
Right, exactly. He's all, I knew you were a lesbian anyway.
Oh my God.
But it is simple things like, with the emotional stuff. I mean, because I hate it. Because I am on top of being just emotional. I'm
Wear it on your sleeve.
right. I
Right.
can also be moody because I'm a Cancer sign and
Right.
very sensitive. Whatever.
However you want to justify that.
Thank you, Larry. Thank you, Larry. But it's also things like simple things like, with the girls, I notice it. When the girls go to bed.
Uh-huh.
I will be like, okay, well, Gianna's kind of got a stuffy nose. She should have a little medicine. Make sure her blanket is all the way up over her. She
Right.
should wear long sleeves to bed instead of short sleeves in
Right.
case the blanket falls
It's
off.
all that mother
I think
stuff
about all
kicking
of
in.
that,
Right.
right? Whereas my husband is like,
Yeah, she's fine. She already fell asleep.
She's in bed.
She's
right.
wearing a paper bag.
Exactly.
Right.
Right. Even winter coat versus gloves and stuff like that. Like somebody needs to be there to take it a step further and be like, I need to help solve this problem so that person's more comfortable.
And that's why we appreciate you.
Yeah, but it's not going anywhere.
Mama, you know I love you.
And then if we don't get help from anybody around the house, then we get angry, and now we're the bad cop and the bitch all the time, and you're telling some new mistress that we're angry all the time. No crap, I'm angry. Help out a little.
Next thing you know, you're 80 looking in the mirror going, this is not going to work.
Exactly.
It's not going to work.
Where's the justice?
Right, exactly. And then you're going to have to meet some guy who's old, too.
Right.
And so you're going to be like, turn the lights off.
Right.
They are off.
So you just need a sex robot when you get old.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what? They
That's
said
when we'll have
sex
them.
bots, like most people will
Sex
be using.
bots, is that what they're called?
Yeah,
Sex
by
bots?
2050. Wasn't that the study I had? It was 2050. That's what a lot of us will be using robots for. Not to clean our floors or help us here or there with stuff around the house to make our life easier. It's going to be for sex.
And then it'll eventually be like, #me too.
Oh, no.
And all the
For
robots
sure.
will tell their secrets. This
Yeah.
is what they did to me.
No, for sure. Like those
Right.
robots are going to be abused.
And they're going to turn on us.
Yeah, right.
That's when they're going to kill us
and then
take
they're
over.
going to do
What we did to
us
them.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to die in their own house by
It's
a
Sarah
robot.
Connor. It's all over against Skynet.
Yeah.
Yes, the
Like,
robots take over.
Come on. You don't think
Especially-
when a company makes a bunch of robots that they don't plant certain things in there that they can control all of them at one time?
Well, all I know is
So they're watching?
Well, it's
Are you
a
saying
conspiracy.
there's cameras in the robots?
Man, if Alexa watches us or listens to us,
the next generation of computers is going to know everything.
Yes,
and
and-
they're going to be like, when people come to visit, please help me. They did stuff to me.
Right.
I have it on video. And then we're all,
Right.
shut up, Rachel.
Shut up, Rachel.
I'll put her in the garage. She doesn't know what she's
This
talking
text says, "Preach it, Kathy, preach it."
I'm sorry. There was someone sent us a tweet or a text yesterday and said, "Ask Alexa if she eavesdrops on you."
Oh, okay.
Or,
Alexa, do you eavesdrop on us? Oh, we don't have one.
So I asked her last night in front of
you did?
Yeah, so my husband was there and he had his friend over and stuff, and she said something about, I only report back to such and such what
Database.
Yeah, right. I am only
All
programmed to hear
information
my code word.
But just so
she
you know,
did
Mr.
say-
Efficient goes on eclipse trips with his friends, and it's really weird.
It was the Eclipse boyfriend that was over last night in the kitchen.
It's all set alarm to ask Kathy to go to liquor store while I kiss boy.
What, Alexa?
Kathy, please go to dry cleaners.
Okay.
It's 10 at night.
We got to watch out. We set off everyone's Alexa.
I know.
Every time.
Sometimes I like it.
Yeah.
That's cute.
My Alexakin goes off all the time.
Your Alexican does?
Yes, it
It's
does.
the cheaper version of Alexa.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Oh,
How's
wait,
that
wait.
working out for you, Larry?
Hang on, before you play it, somebody actually commented about the survey. I can totally see how the survey's right. It's sad to say, but it's like at our house, I'm in charge of bills, the budget, groceries, house stuff, dogs, gifts. Yeah, hang on. I need
Can
you
you
to
scroll
pull it up
down?
just a little bit more, Wig. Sorry. A little bit more from the bottom. Yes. Cooking, cleaning, all of it. It's exhausting, but at the same time, it has to be me. My husband's clueless to do all of it. Which, to me, some of me think
That's not
that
fair.
you guys
You can't get
are
off by-
clueless on purpose.
No.
Like, you mess the laundry up once, you don't have to do it again.
No, but then he better find something that is akin.
I
So,
agree.
like, in other words, I'm not good at laundry, so that's why I do the kitchen stuff. You
Right.
know what I mean?
No, you got
So
it
have-
50-50
Right,
a
you got to
little.
find, you can't leave it all to the woman. That's lame.
Yeah, I agree. bills and the budget and stuff. Yeah, I'm so glad that Mr. Efficient does that.
Right.
And I'm stuck with the crappy chores that I've hated my whole life.
I know, but if you're a rich guy,
yeah,
then you can, like if you're a stay-at-home mom and your husband's rich, then you can do it all.
Yeah, you got to do it all.
Right, exactly. But you probably hired help too. You probably have housekeepers.
Oh
that
yeah,
come.
so you're rich. But there are like stay-at-home moms.
Right.
Where the dad goes to work and he's paying all the bills.
Right.
So she does have to. I mean, if you're not working and somebody else is working, you need to do a lot.
That person should come home to a hotel.
Kind of.
Like everything's done. Bed is made. Mints on the pillow.
Yeah.
I do believe that. That's how there's a roof over your head. You got to be appreciative.
Sure.
And you
if
can't
you don't like doing that, go get a job.
Right. That's exactly it. That's exactly it. Oh, good news for all of us women. Thanks. Happy Friday.
It's Lady Day.
Maybe everyone should just buy an Alexican.
New home assistants are all the rage, but can cost hundreds of dollars. Now there's Alexican. Like Alexa, Alexican can help control your entire house, but for way less.
Alexican, play Britney Spears.
Britney's played out. Here's some Snowther product. She's way better.
Alexican can be paired with any Bluetooth device.
Alexa can start my car. Oh, you think just because I'm a Mexican I know how to hotwire a car? Psst, plays out. I'm starting it for you.
Alexican can also control your home lighting. Alexican, turn lamp on.
Are you really that lazy you can't get up and turn on a lamp? Stop.
Alexican can also order products for delivery.
Alexa can order toilet paper.
Ooh, gross. That's nasty. Order your own caca paper. Ugh.
Alexican, she's like Alexa, but not really.
I'm way better. I'll kick that bitch's ass.
I don't care what they say about me.
And now,
I go dumb, I go stupid, I get crazy.
Come on and clap.
It's Kathy J's Stupid News.
Happy Friday, everybody. Cops catch a burglar when he leaves his probation papers behind.
Whoops.
And then calls 911 for help.
He's like, I need to get my papers back or I'm going to be in big trouble. You're supposed to not lose those.
Wow, Larry, it's like you know this dude. You know this life. How is that? A 41-year-old guy named Randy. He stole a laptop from a business in Wisconsin on Saturday. Somehow in the process, though, the idiot left behind two things, cash and his paperwork for his probation.
He's all, the cash should cover the cost of the computer.
Yeah. So when he got outside and found his stuff was locked inside, he called 911 for help.
He's all, my stuff's right there. I can see it.
He told the dispatcher he'd left some stuff in his business. And he
that it was
needed
his
to get
business.
and he needed to get back inside.
Well, then, sir, wouldn't you have keys? It's your business.
Cops came, but by that point, Randy was gone. And on Monday, the cops got another 911 call from that business about the missing laptop and some probation papers that were left where the laptop was.
Randy saw, I got to get out of town.
Yep, they tracked him down, arrested him for burglary and violating his probation. He
Idiot.
doesn't look like the smartest dude.
No.
He looks like a homeless dude.
He looks like a Randy.
Right. He looks like a Randy.
Looks like a Randy.
A middle-aged man got out of jury duty by telling the judge, I've fallen in love for the first time.
Yes.
And they
He's
bought
all,
it.
For real?
Okay, this is crazy.
He's all, if I have to do jury duty, I might lose the love of my life.
He revealed he was going on a romantic getaway. A 54-year-old guy in Ireland.
He's all, it's not going to happen for me again. This is the last train leaving the station.
It could be.
Right.
So he got called for jury duty, showed up to court for the jury selection, and initially told the judge he couldn't be on the jury because he was going away for the weekend.
He's all, I'm sorry, Your Honor. I loved her. I want to marry her.
He wouldn't be back in time for a trial on Monday. Then he had to go into more detail because the judge was like, what kind of meeting?
Her eyes are like the green pastures of Ireland, and her boobs are like ample jugs of milk.
He told the judge, I'm 54 years old. For the first...
He's all, and she's 24. Yes. And the judge is all, you better get out of here.
You better go. Well, was it a guy judge? Yes, he would say that.
Okay, good, yeah.
Yeah, the judge told the judge that at age 54, this was the first time that he was in love and that he was having a romantic getaway.
He's all, I found those pills, the Cialis. Yes, now I can actually perform.
It was a male judge. They said the judge had a huge smile on his face after he heard the guy's excuse, and he was so, it was the first time he'd ever heard that it worked. He excused the guy from jury duty, and the guy left.
Wow. And he was totally lying.
Well,
he's all,
actually,
I'm not even Irish. Fools.
And finally, a guy set fire to a strip club
Why?
To keep his girlfriend off the pole.
Oh my God, that
Whatever
would totally
sometimes
work.
you got to do. You got to go to drastic
I'm
measures.
not going to let these men all go. She's like, you better leave or you're going to get your ass kicked by Cedric. Right.
Okay. All right. So a 21-year-old guy. So really, dude, 21.
I know. He's new in love. He's dating
in
this
love.
hot chick.
I'm
right.
in love, Judge.
Right.
For the first time in my life. 21-year-old guy in West Virginia named Creo. He tried to burn down a strip club about 3:30 in the morning Wednesday because he wanted to keep his girlfriend Michaela off the pole.
She's like, I'm going to work.
She'd been a stripper there for about 6 months, and he'd been asking her to quit, and she wouldn't because the money was good.
Hell no.
So she's got to be cute.
Right. And she's like, that's how we pay your cell bill.
Right. So he showed up in the middle of the night after they closed, started a fire near the front door, and then he went across the street to watch it burn to the ground.
Wow. And they were probably caught it all on security camera.
Yeah. And somebody who happened to be passing by called 911 because the place was on fire. And then he yelled at that person, mind your own business. Don't call 911.
He's like, it's not burnt to the ground yet. Wow. And then, that would do it because now she wouldn't be able to go to work.
Okay, there's other strip clubs in town.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Every town has at least
Right.
2.
She's now going to the Coronet Club.
And then that one, you got to
Right.
go full noodle.
Yeah, for
full
sure.
nudity.
No,
Yeah,
I like
noodle.
full noodle. You can go full noodle.
It's not a male strip club.
Yeah. Well, girls, you guys have
we don't have any noodles hanging off of us. Where? What are you talking about?
You're more of like those stuffed shells.
Yeah, right.
We're an al dente pasta.
We're a trapped inside pasta.
Right.
Cops ended up
You
arresting
kind of have a gnocchi.
Creo in a Walmart parking lot down the street from the strip club. Nobody was hurt. Fire only caused minimal damage because it was outside the building, the brick building.
That wouldn't catch fire.
Yeah, you got to do your investigation. If you're going
Right.
to do arson, I don't recommend it because you're going to get caught with the way that cops can track something these days. But, go inside.
And now that he's in jail, she works all the time.
Right, exactly.
She's raking it
She's
in.
got nobody to go home to.
Right,
Might as well
exactly.
keep working. He's facing charges of second-degree arson. No word on if they are still together.
Probably not.
Hang on. Let's see. Hang on. Wait. There's part 2. Even though he didn't burn the place down, the plan might have worked. The owner of the strip club says he worried that Creo might try to do it again if he made bail. So he fired Kayla.
Oh, no.
Just in case. And
now they're definitely broken up.
Okay, and there's the photo. She is adorable, and he's a scary white dude.
Oh, yeah, right?
Right.
He would look better with a haircut.
Larry always wants to give the guy a chance.
Yeah,
You're a
every
loser,
guy.
Larry.
He's a pyro.
Yeah, he's a pyro.
Blazin' Hit Radio.
Better music,
Less commercials.
more Larry and Kathie.
Blazin' Hit Radio live in the Green Solution studio, and as always, we have comedians come in, but it's so much fun to take a break and have fun and relax.
Yeah.
Especially now that we get to talk longer and just chill out. So, welcome Nick Guerra. Appreciate you coming in, hanging out with us, man.
Yeah, I got intimidated. None of you are wearing headphones. So I had them on, and I was like, oh, no, you have them on?
earbuds.
All right.
you're
Then I'll
fine.
put these on.
Yeah.
All right.
No, put him on.
I was embarrassed. I was like, oh, no, I'm the only one that wants to hear this.
Tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday, he's going to be performing at Comedy Works downtown, and he's hanging out with us right now, man.
Yeah, we went with the earbuds because she has to do TV and headphones.
Oh, the
flatten
hair.
your hair.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Right,
And
exactly.
I don't have a TV show. I just don't want flat hair.
Yeah, you're just
A lot of
cool.
social media, I guess.
But we're honored to have you. I mean, you've been on some pretty high-profile places.
Well, I'm honored to be here. You guys have met more high-profile people.
No. Actually, some of the peeps that you totally hang out with on a reg, we love. Like Michael Yo, love Michael. Christella, she's come to the TV show a couple times and sat on the
she's
couch
great.
with us. She's
funny.
hella cool, right?
Yeah, she's a sweetheart.
Yes, you hang out with cool peeps, so
Yeah,
we're
when
happy to have you.
Yeah, they're good people.
Great, and you've been on Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah, that one time.
It doesn't matter.
Hey, that's
one
still
time
that
turns
one
into
time.
two.
Yeah, thank you,
Right.
Robert De Niro. It was because of him saying yes to an interview that they let me do stand-up because they're like,
wow.
we have huge enough of an A-lister, we can take a chance on a nobody.
Are you kidding?
Wow, that's
No.
cool.
Well, whatever it takes.
Yeah, it's
Hell
like
yeah.
awesome. I mean, I didn't know that's how they I mean,
I knew
obviously
that
that's how
they
they
It's like
figured it out.
your nothingness balances out his A-lister.
Exactly.
Right.
Like people
I'll
will
take
stay
it.
in long enough,
Right.
just in
That's
case
cool.
Robert decides I'm going to walk back out.
So did you get to meet him?
He passed by the ground. I didn't want to bother him.
No.
Right.
He rolls solo.
Why? Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, he just walks in.
No manager?
No. He just walks in, goes straight to the makeup chair, and he's just all by himself.
That freaks me out when they do that. Like Ice Cube comes here and he doesn't have like anybody. It's just like, and he stands by the side of the stage and just hangs out.
Right.
Like, he doesn't have a bodyguard, a publicist.
Because he looks
nothing.
angry.
Yeah, man, exactly.
He's unapproachable.
No,
Exactly.
for real.
He has resting cube face.
Yes, he does.
He totally does.
Well, until he does one of those comedies where he's the dad.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't think he'll do those anymore. I think he like Daddy's Back or whatever the hell that was.
I don't know, but he's mainstream enough to do a funny movie. That one after the fight where he was going to fight the guy after school.
that was hilarious.
Fist fight or something like that.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah.
And he was still tough.
It's so crazy how people have just adopted Ice Cube as this cuddly guy now.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, oh, there he is. There's Ice Cube.
You listen to any of his lyrics, you're like, he's going to kill all of us.
Yeah, and he's still putting out songs like that,
Totally.
too.
Right.
Just to let them know, hey.
Hey, I'm still Cube.
Yeah.
If you see the scowl, he's representing music. If he's smiling, it's a movie.
Right.
Yeah, he was my first celebrity interview, and it was like for one of his movies for 21 Jump Street. And when he came in, I wanted to crap my pants. I was so scared because he just looks the angriest guy ever. And I'm all, hi.
He's really little, and when
he's not that little.
No.
He's short.
I mean, he's very
short.
tiny.
Right.
He's really itty bitty.
Right. He's
not.
super
He's
tiny.
like
His afro gives him a couple inches.
Yeah.
No,
But
He's like 3 feet tall.
He's a regular size guy.
He is not an LP, okay?
Listen, when he's a regular size like guy, he's not tall or anything. So when he did Triple X, and I saw him fighting all these guys, I was like, those are some short stunt doubles. I mean, or stunt actors, because he was fighting guys his size.
So many people in Hollywood are short. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger, you get in front of him and he's not that big.
Yes, he's very big. I saw him at the meet and greet.
Good. Oh,
And he
whoa.
walked in, and I was like, oh my God, here he comes.
Oh, man.
And he's like, I'm a regular skinny guy in a 42 jacket. What?
Right.
That's so good.
Right. No, he's got a lot of it.
I can't do that.
Yes, you can. Everybody can. You just got to hear somebody else do it. That's how I get some of my voices.
You just got to hear other people do it.
There you go.
My first celebrity interview was Ice Cube. When he came in, it was for 21 Jump Street. I was like, oh my God, I shit my pants.
You're like, go.
I did my best.
now.
I did my best.
You did it. Hey, wait, you got to hear. Wiggins has one voice that he's got in his repertoire.
But I'm sick, so doing Christopher Walken is not too good because my voice is really messed up.
It's like if Christopher Walken worked at Little Caesars. You're hot and ready.
Yeah, hot and ready. Pizza.
Either like it's a cross between Dracula and John Travolta.
Right.
All I've got is I was the bird in Aladdin. That's all I got.
That's
it.
good.
That's the only
That's
one.
good. That's still
But he
good.
has no catchphrase.
Right. I don't have anything. All I have is Frank. It's my guy. It's an alter ego. Frank and I drink beer together and hang out.
It's
Oh
from
my God,
Manside.
that's every dude.
Right.
Right.
I could totally be every dude, man.
Yeah,
I
that's
feel like
good.
inside of me is the average beer drinking dude.
Yeah, that is
Right.
a good dude. That's good dude talk. So what do you think about sports stats? Sports
Dude,
stats?
I love sports. Like my fantasy, I taken some hits, but it's cool because it's what I get for trusting John, Chickenhead John.
man, why'd you listen to John?
Man, I told him. It was like $130 down the drain.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all I got.
There's a lot of balls in here. Well, then I can also do Morgan Freeman. And then when you do Morgan Freeman, you have to say things that make you sound special. And you got to say things about black people and white people and how mean white people were to black people in 1958.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Right.
But
And
you
then-
should also talk about an island somewhere at one point.
Right.
Yeah, right. Island of Lemurs.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
what was that from?
Oh, he narrated that one
Oh,
time.
okay. Oh, that's right.
Right.
He is the best voice.
Larry also taught me how to do Irish, right? You've got to go up and then you go down.
Oh, when you're doing an
yeah.
Irish accent, you just talk up and then you go down.
Yeah, you just got to watch Black Mirror a whole bunch.
Yeah.
I was trying to perfect it with Black Mirror. Like, what do you think about? I'm like, I can't do it. I can't do it.
That won't be my shtick. I'm not going to do it. I
can't do it.
But you know, speaking of things that you're trying to do, you're really trying to get these memes down on your Instagram. It's killing me.
Oh, have you?
Oh my God. Like you follow you on Instagram and it's like every day you're trying to post something and you'll try to like do the meme and you're like, is this how we do it?
Is
Am I
this
doing
how
it right?
it's done? Oh man,
He's
I
like,
love.
your face when your girl wakes up in the morning. Like it's funny.
And it's just my face.
I see where you're I see where you're going.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're trying. You're doing good,
well,
Nick.
I like to be that weird subversive humor on the internet. I like to troll the internet.
Right.
Yeah. So there's people that don't get like, what are you? That's not a good meme, and it just tickles me silly. I'm like, you don't get it. I did it on purpose. It's like on the internet, I'm Andy Kaufman. On stage, I'm not. Right.
Do you like social media? Are you all
only
over
for
it?
that reason?
Okay.
Because I'm in that generation. I'm a Xennial. Is that what they call it? Right?
Yeah.
That we were the ones that figured out the rules of the internet and got in and were in the chat rooms.
Right.
We're the ones that knew, like, when a news story got posted, it's like, what's the website? That's not a real website.
Right. Okay.
So we were Facebook used to be, used to have a college ID in order to get into it.
Yeah.
So there's that generation of people.
Like the ASL, age, sex, location generation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we're the ones that completely get what's going on.
Yeah.
Right.
And it feels like there's now two generations, the ones that have no clue.
They just think it's all, yay, everything's awesome.
Yeah, and then the ones that are really subversive and crazy,
Yes.
which is the kids, which is like, you see it in music now with Lil Yachty and all them. You don't have a clue what they're doing.
Right.
You're like, I don't get it, but the kids get it.
Right.
It's
Somebody's
some big
getting it.
inside joke to them.
Yeah, totally.
Right.
Like, if there was any way to describe the new generation, it's the Michael Jordan meme.
The crying?
The crying.
Right. Yeah.
Because we all look at Michael Jordan as an icon.
He's the man.
Right, and then
Nobody beat Michael Jordan.
Yeah, and then they're like, look at this meme of this old guy crying over his accomplishments.
So sad. So sad.
Have you ever seen the video where some kid, like Michael Jordan's giving a big pep talk to these middle schoolers, and then one of them stands up, yeah, but those shoes though. Yeah, you know that meme, right?
Yeah.
What are those?
That's all they know, man.
Yeah,
That's
man. And Jordan's just like, what? These aren't even in stores.
It's one of those, you know what? I'm just going to stop talking to kids from now.
Yeah. Which is what everyone's given up on. We all need to stop talking to kids. If you think they talked to kids this much back in the 1910s and
not at all.
not at all. And those were our grandparents, and they were tough.
Right. I had 2 kids in my house, and I barely want to talk to them.
You shouldn't.
They're awesome. They're adorable. But they say that comedians now, like Seinfeld and stuff, they're used to playing college campuses, and now people don't laugh at
Everybody's
their
too
humor.
sensitive.
Everybody's all
PC, too crossing the line.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what?
Do you run into that being in stand-up?
Yeah, especially in colleges, yes.
Right, so they're like a little sensitive?
It's not sensitive, it's just, okay, first off, you can't talk to them like they're kids.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right, because
they're opening their minds.
Well,
now.
they're the oldest that they'll ever be.
Exactly.
In their heads right now, you know?
We were on college, I remember that.
Exactly.
Right.
You're so deep, you think you're so smart, you know everything.
Right.
Yeah, and that's the problem. There's that also attitude of like, so kids, like, oh, I'm done. You don't even know what it's like
You
to
called
be
me
me.
a kid.
Totally, right.
Yeah,
right,
like,
right.
okay, I'm sorry, I messed up. I forgot I wasn't supposed to mention I'm older than you.
Right. No, you're right.
You hurt my feelings.
I remember I was such a hardcore feminist in college because when you're getting everything's new, and I was that kid that was like,
you needed to dilute that a little bit.
I did. Then you got to bring back center
that's
where
what
you
happens.
find humor again in life.
Yeah. They're very hardcore in their stuff.
Totally.
And the problem is that at comedy clubs you can pick on them. At colleges you can't because you're going to get people in trouble.
Right. Boo.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Some report's going to get back. So you got to be careful. But even when you try to point out that these kids are not being fun, they just shell up. It's like, wait, what are you doing on your phone? Oh, now I'm really going to be on. I'm going to make my phone bigger.
Right.
Oh, man.
I'm going to hide behind it.
Like, I'm going to make it apparent that my phone's here. Like, okay, all right.
So Comedy Works will do that where they take away the phones. Do you see people that the other clubs where they can't do that, and then are people just in their phone the whole time not paying attention to you?
There's people that are yelping or looking at stuff.
It's like you freaking came here.
Yeah,
for
especially
a show.
when you're an unfamous comic.
Not for long. You have the connections.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm with
I
you,
like
man.
that.
I'm
Hey,
with
you know what? This chair's yours now.
You know what? There's one
come
letter
here.
in success that matters. You.
How did you get into comedy? I mean, you don't get on Jimmy Fallon without having some kind of chops behind you.
No,
I mean,
that was the first time I ever did it.
No, that was it.
That was the first time I ever did stand-up.
Are you like the youngest of like 10 kids?
I'm
and
the
you had to
youngest of
find
10
a way
kids,
to fight
and all of
through
us
it?
tried to go to Fallon, and I was
You're the one.
You're the
I
one.
was the one.
You.
It was me.
Number 17. Number 17.
It's like that Eddie Murphy myth that his grandmother was really into like psychics.
Oh,
and,
right.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
right.
one was like, one of your kids is
right.
going to be
Famous.
born with a star.
Right.
So
Charlie
they all took tap dances.
Right,
they all learned how to.
One of us.
Yeah.
Everybody get in something.
They're all, it's definitely not him. It's not
No.
Charlie Murphy.
No.
Oh, Charlie Murphy. Yeah.
So you're tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday at Comedy Works at downtown. You can get those tickets at comedyworks.com. Nick Guerra, dude, just thank you for coming in, and hanging out with us, man. So like,
Do you get any groupie tail?
yeah.
Like, do comedians get groupies?
Well, we don't call them that. We call them very generous ladies. Thank you for fulfilling our nerd fantasies. Because we were all nerds, and thank you for thinking goofy people are funny.
Right, exactly.
Oh man, God bless those women that love goofy guys.
Totally.
Did you
God.
She's staying for me?
What? My voice?
For who could ever love a beast?
That's exactly it.
Do you find that like there's something that made you funny, or did you come from a funny family, or sometimes people go through trauma?
It's the whole. Well, no, it's the debate concept. I think I just come from a sarcastic family.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really just a jackass. and I've just learned how to perfect it.
Right.
So you were the jackass in college. That when
Yeah.
I'm not on my phone. I'm going to be on my phone. Why did you?
Yeah. I'm like, so what? Was this distract you? Yeah, that's what
We've
I
come
was.
full circle.
That's why I look at these kids. I'm like, I was just like you at one point.
Which you never want to say because now you're like, great, I'm that person.
But you still look 20.
No,
I mean,
you
like,
do.
you must blend in. You
You
must
get
be able
carded,
to,
right? All the time.
Yes.
So
Still.
it's a good
So
problem
it's easy
to
to
have.
meet college girls then.
But do you want to?
One night.
Have you ever talked to a college girl?
Not me. I talk to college guys.
You know, man. That's the fun. Those are fun ones.
Yes, exactly.
Right, those college dudes.
What's up, brah?
Yeah, they still have the chance of having abs.
Right, exactly.
Like, oh man, your metabolism still.
You have the
still so
metabolism
high.
of a hamster.
Oh God, look at that. Ramen noodle abs.
Oh my God.
You have no. I love seeing the kids that pig out. You're like, oh, that's catching up to you.
Yeah.
I can be whatever. Yeah, just wait.
Right.
This one,
me. Yeah.
he worked with us, and when he was in his when he's interning for us, he's in his 20s, and he'd be like,
Just out of college.
yeah, he'd
Yeah.
make fun of our love handles or something like
And
that.
he would have flaming hot Cheetos every morning with a Snickers bar and a Coke. That
Yeah.
was his breakfast.
And then
Yeah.
we looked at each other and we went, someday it's
You
going to
would
happen.
Not looked at each other. You would tell me.
Oh, yeah,
you
we
would
would
tell
say.
me. You're
Right.
gonna
No,
get
but they
fat.
had to look at each other to make sure that,
exactly.
that is someone listening
Son
to
of a
me.
bitch.
Are you listening
Yeah,
to me?
you listening to this? Yeah. And then you recently lost weight for your wedding, but you did.
Like, put
There
it
was
back
one
on.
time where you had a little bit of love handles. And,
Yeah, I'm still there. I'm there. Like, my jeans have always adapted with like the generation. So when skinny jeans were in and hip, it was only because I got really fat and didn't fit in my jeans, but I
Oh,
still
man.
looked like I was trending.
I would have hated to see you in the Jenko generation.
yeah.
My legs are huge.
The interstate, by the way.
Yeah, the interstate.
They're trying to bring those back.
No way.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
I
Oh
can't-
man,
no,
I'm done
thank
with
you.
this bringing back trend.
Yeah, I know.
I'm
Everything's
so
cyclical.
done with it. I was trying to talk about that last night, and people are like, "What?" I was like, "Okay, like Full House. They came out with a whole, and we were all excited because we love the theme song. That's the only reason. Not one of us can mention one episode from Full House
That you remember.
that
right.
we remember, right? And then everyone was disappointed by the second episode,
Yeah.
Right.
And I was
Right.
like, "Yep, there you go."
But
Well, he
still
was the
have-
one. He was the one who was like, "Oh man, it just makes me feel like retro and stuff." And he's like, "It's just not bad."
Reminded me of Jinko jeans.
Right.
Yeah.
So I watched it and I was like, "This is terrible."
Oh, it was
Right.
bad.
Yeah.
And then when you meet people that are like, I love it. I'm so glad it's back. I have to put them into a different
you have to
category
write
I'm done
of
with
a
it.
person.
That's how I feel about people that are like, I can't wait for the new DuckTales. Oh, you see how excited you are? But what do we love
no,
about
I wasn't
DuckTales?
excited.
Oh.
It was one of those. Yeah, I would also be like, oh,
Yeah.
that's
There's-
awesome.
And every time they're like, oh, the new DuckTales. Woo-hoo. That's all they. That's the only part that we ever loved of DuckTales was that part.
Right. And the
that
song.
was
The
it.
song. You're
Yeah,
right, I love
that's
the
it.
song.
It's all theme songs for
Okay,
us.
now what do you feel about Star Wars?
What do I feel about?
Because a lot of people are excited
Remakes,
about Star
yeah.
Wars today.
I think that you should only see Star Wars with a 10-year-old relative because.
So a grown man like Larry, he already has seats reserved for
Well,
showing
because the
at
grown men
10:30.
seen it by themselves, they're like, they get excited when it hits the screen, like, oh, yeah, that's it. Ah. They get excited in the first minute,
Right, you
and
hear
then they
about the-
criticize the rest of it. The first hit it, they're like, oh, this is exactly the thing that made me feel good. And then the rest, this doesn't make me feel good.
Right. It's like they were horrible.
Yeah.
Right.
But
you could never have that on that planet.
Exactly. So I saw Star Wars with my 10-year-old nephew and the younger nephew, and seeing them excited and the robots, you're like, that's what it's about.
No, for sure.
That's why we loved it.
We'd go to amusement parks. We go all the time, Universal and Disney, and after a while you're just like, man, it's crowds after crowds. But we took her daughters, and I was like, okay, I get it now. It's their turn to enjoy it. Because I was like, because I'm not enjoying this as much as I used to. Right. But now you get to live it through them and see their excitement. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, man. I mean, this whole nostalgia trend and trying to keep up with your childhood. Do you think our great grandparents watched Tombstone and they're like, man, I remember when all the kids had that.
Right.
What? The stick in the ball? No, polio. We're the only generation. We're the VHS generation that replays things. And wants to,
you're right.
Yeah, man.
We had access to it, so we didn't mind it. Yeah, we didn't mind. Now you have Netflix.
Right.
Did you hear Netflix reached out to somebody that watched The Office for a month straight? Netflix was like, we noticed that you watched The Office a lot. We just wanted to make sure you were okay.
Wasn't it a Christmas special? There was
another
one.
But recently with The Office.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so some people just watch
Don't
things.
judge me.
Oh, yeah.
Don't judge me, Netflix.
Yeah, you know how many times I watched 30 Rock when it was on there?
Yeah.
Just doing clothes and doing laundry. You just leave it in the background.
For sure.
And then you pop in, you're like, Liz Lemon.
Great show.
I know what you're doing next.
Nick Guerra, he's at Comedy Works all weekend. Go get those tickets at ComedyWorks.com. Dude, thank you for coming to Blazin Hit Radio. We really appreciate it, man.
Thank you for having me.
Remember us when you make it big. Yeah, remember us when
you guys remember me.
Yeah.
We got you. So what will you do while you're in Denver for the next 2 days?
I'm going to stay inside.
I'm going to watch Netflix.
Can we get you any Green Solution goodies?
Oh, sure. Why not?
Yeah.
All right, man.
We'll load you up, man.
All right.
Yeah.
Right.
What do you like? You like
flour or
a brisket sandwich?
Yeah.
So tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday, he's got 2 shows tonight and tomorrow night. 1 show at Sunday, and some of them are selling out fast. So
they're selling out so quick.
So ComedyWorks.com, and you're downtown at Larimer Square.
Yes.
That is the primo spot.
Oh, yeah,
man.
I know.
That's like the legend club right there.
Yeah. You tell it to everybody there, they're like, yeah, we know. That's how cocky the club is. They're like, yeah, we know how great we are.
Yeah, we know. We know. People talk about us.
Attell loves us.
Roseanne Barr, Dave Chappelle, we made him.
Thanks, Nick.